First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right, shalom to the brothers and sisters out there doing this work. Right, shalom to the Aquas, keeping up their household. Right, being keepers at home, taking care of the kids, teaching the kids. Right, shalom to the brothers out there providing for their family, raising up their houses in righteousness. Right, and being all that they could be for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom for those brothers that's building themselves up in the spirit to be able to go out there and teach and wave the hand to the nations, right? And shalom to the young brothers and sisters, the kids, right? The adolescents that's reverencing their parents, right? Listening to their fathers and their mothers, and keeping these commandments, right? With a smile on their face and happiness, right? Because we know that the scriptures told us that we came under these curses because of not serving the Lord in joyfulness and happiness, right? So shalom to those kids that's serving the Lord in joyfulness and in happiness, right? So this is another Shabbat service where we're going to go into the law, the prophets, and the gospels and learn a little bit more about why Hamashiach came, and what he came here for. Because, and if y'all want to, y'all can write it down. So first off, we'll be going into Leviticus chapter 16, and we'll be reading to chapter 20, right? And then we'll be going into Ezekiel 22 and reading into from verse 1 to verse 19. Then we'll be going into Matthew chapter 15, verse 10 to verse 20, right? And we're going to get a better understanding on why Hamashiach had to come, man. Because according to the law, they had a lot of things that we wasn't supposed to do, that we're still doing as a people until today, right? And for some reason nowadays they glorify so much. Everything that we're about to go into, you can hear it in rap and different type of music that we listen to, and to where they endorse these sins, right? That the Father told us not to do, or he was going to whoop us, right? And now we sitting here and we getting our tail whooped. So let's go into it, right? We're going to go into Leviticus chapter 16, right? And get a better understanding on what I just shared with you guys, right? Leviticus chapter 16 from the top. Zoom in for y'all right quick. All right. And it reads, "And the Lord spake unto Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they offered before the Lord and died." Okay, so what is it talking about? Right? It's talking about this right here. Give me 1 second. Let me go get that. It's in the book of Leviticus, right? Chapter 10, if I'm not mistaken. Right? The book of Leviticus, chapter 10. Don't want to go there. Oh, Salakia family. I know that was super small. Forgive me. All right, I'll just look it up on this one. Leviticus chapter 10, right? Why is it doing that? Chapter 10, right? And verse 1. And it reads, "And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer." So one of them took another censer, right? So they had one censer, right? And put fire therein, and put incense thereon, right? And offer strange fire before the Lord, right? Before Yahweh, which he commanded them not. So there was a certain way that they were supposed to do these incense. For some reason, they took it upon themselves to take the incense, put it in the censer, with the coals, right? Before even putting the incense or the coals in the altar, right? In the altar of incense, right? And then what happened? Verse 2, and there went out a fire from Yahweh and devoured them, and they died before Yahweh, right? They died before the seat, right? They died before in the temple, man, right? Because they wanted to do what? Offer strange fire before Yahweh. So you got to watch what you're doing, man. You know, any little thing, especially when it comes to serving the Lord, any little thing, man, you could go off on, right? They probably in their heart, they probably was thinking that they was doing something good. Let me just go ahead and mix the coals in the fire before we get to the altar, so that way it's already burning and smoking, and then I'll put it in the altar, and then we could put more incense and more coals. But no, the Lord didn't say to do it like that. He gave you a specific way to do it, and you need to do it that way, right? But no, we're stiff-necked people, man, and we think, and that's why the Lord said the heart is deceitful above all things. Right? Give me a second. Give me a second. I think the brother trying to get on. Give me a second. All right, Khan, Salakia, Israel. Now, going back into it, right? I'm going to start from the top. This is the book, and we just know, if y'all wasn't here already, right? I went to Leviticus chapter 10 and verse 1. The Lord killed Nadab and Abihu, right? The sons of Aaron, because they offered strange fire upon the altar, right? They didn't do the incense how the Lord commanded them to do it. So now we're going to go back to Leviticus 16 and 1. And the Lord spake, right? And Yahweh spake unto Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they offered before the Lord and died, right? And Yahweh said unto Moses, speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not, for I will appear in a cloud upon the mercy seat, right? So right now, the Most High is trying to explain to him, don't let him in there yet. I need to explain how he needs to come in here, because, hey, I'm going to kill him if he come in here any other way, right? So let's read on and figure out what he's talking about, right? And it reads, thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering, right? So now this is how he has to come in here. But guess what? Because your son sin, right? You have sinned. So now I need you to make a peace offering, right, and a sin offering for their sins, because their sins are now on you, right? He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, right? And shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with a linen mitre shall he be attired. These are holy garments, therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on, right? So you got to be fully clean when you put this mitre and this linen girdle, this linen breeches, right? This linen coat and this linen mitre, man, because these are holy garments, man. And if Aaron would have came in there any other type of way, the Lord would have smote Aaron, man. He would have killed Aaron, right? So he said, hold on, before you come in here, let me explain to you how you need to come, because you need to come correct, right? We hear that in the street, man. If you're going to come at me, right, you're going to have to come at me correct, man, right? And that's how the Lord feel too. So now we're going to read on, right? We're going to read on. And he shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself and for his house. So his whole house went off, man. Right. And the more we go into it, y'all gonna see how when the Levites sin, right? When the Levites sin, especially one that does the office of the priest, right? All Israel transgress. So we got to make atonement for the whole house of Israel when the Levite go off and sin, right? But nowadays, guess what? Through the order of Melchizedek, Christ is high priest, right? And we all are kings and priests. So when we go off, right, the whole nation goes off. So we need to watch what we're doing, man, right? And be that holy people unto the Lord, man. Keep thine eyes single, man, right? All right, let's continue to go into it. I hope I ain't on mute. Okay, cool. And he shall take the 2 goats and present them before Yahweh at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, one for Yahweh, and the other lot for the scapegoat. Right? Let me show you something right quick. All right. So when it says shall cast, right? It says what? To give, to put, to set, to give, bestow, grant, permit, ascribe, employ, devote, consecrate, dedicate, pay wages, right? Sell, exchange, lend, commit, entrust, right? Give over, deliver up, yield, produce, occasion, right? Produce, requite, to report, mention, utter, strength, utter, salakia, stretch out, extend, right? So what we're really looking at is to give to, right? Bestow, right? Devote, dedicate, consecrate, right? But the biggest one is I just read it. Is to dedicate, right? Or to devote. So what he did was he put the sins of him and his family, right, and his 2 sons and his household on the 2 goats, right? Lock you. And it says, and Aaron shall dedicate, right, upon the two goats, or devote upon the two goats one lot, right, one dedication for Yahweh, and the other dedication for a scapegoat. So he had to put those sins upon the scapegoat so the scapegoat could run off with the sins, right? That way he made that atonement, right, for his sins. Give me 1 second, Yasharala. Let me get the brother on here. Something ain't right. Khan Salaki Israel. All right, so here we go. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon Salakia. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which Yahweh's lot fell, and offer him for a sin offering. Right? So whichever one that he chose, right, to send up for a sin offering, that's the one he need to bring up. Now, if he would have messed up and brought the scapegoat for the sin offering, guess what? Aaron would have died too, right? Then it says, but the goat which the lot fell. One second. Let me get the ark up here. All right, Con.
Leviticus 16.
Some background noise.
Let me hang up. Right.
Nah, don't worry. Yeah, it's probably the phone.
Yeah, Con.
All praise to the Most High. Go ahead and salute the people, man.
Con. Sojourn at the Naya, K.O.Y. Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai.
Con, all praise to the Most High.
All praise. 16:10.
Yeah, so we at Leviticus 16 and verse 10.
Con. I'm in here. I got it. You want me to read it?
Yeah, of course.
Con. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before Yahweh to make an atonement with him and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness.
So that way he could run off with the sins that Israel have committed, right? Chiefly Aaron and his sons, right? Because, hey man, what they tell you, if you knew better, you'll do better, right? And Aaron was supposed to teach them that no matter what, don't offer the incense like this, right? Because that would be considered strange fire, and the Lord gonna kill you, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe Aaron missed the mark, man. But from what we know, when Moses taught Aaron, Aaron taught his sons, from what we know, right? And I think his sons, because he already taught his sons how to do all these things, because that's his lot. That's where his lot fell. You know, he taught his sons to do all these commandments in a perfect way, right? But his sons took it upon themselves to do it in a different manner, man. And that's what got them jammed up. But still in all, you know, when you sin, when your children sin, guess what? So does the fallen. Right, go ahead and read verse 11 out.
Yeah, verse 11. And Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself.
So a bullock is what the priest would have to offer to cover his sins, because the priest's sins weigh as much as the whole congregation of Israel. So the bullock is for a sin offering for the priest. When you're a regular Israelite, right? When you're a regular Israelite and you just, part of the congregation, you just out there sinning or whatever, you could bring a goat, you could bring turtle doves, you could bring sheep, right? But if the whole congregation sin, then you would have to bring a bullock. And if the priest sin, or his children, right, the sons of the priest sin, you got to bring a bullock, because ultimately it's you sinning. All right, finish off. All right.
Verse 12. And he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before Yahweh, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it within the veil.
Did he say to put it together?
Lie.
Right? He didn't say to put it together. Read it one more time, Mark. See, this is where they messed up at, right?
And he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before Yahweh, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten
and what it said
small.
And it said what?
And his hands full of sweet incense beaten small.
So what they did was they put it all together, then brought it in. Right? When really they were supposed to have it separate until that time. Right? Read on.
And bring it within the veil.
And bring it within the veil, right? So he could put it upon the altar of incense, right? Read on.
And he shall put the incense upon the fire before Yahweh.
Before what?
Before Yahweh.
But they did it. They put the incense on before they even went to Yahweh.
Mm.
Right? Go ahead.
That the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony that he died not.
That he what?
That he died not.
So what happened? He repented. My bad. I gotta look at you on this one. He
Yes.
repented. Man, he repented for the sin of his sons, man. So the Lord made him do it the correct way because they messed up, man. Right?
Yeah.
Man, that is crazy, bro. So Salakia, let me pull this back up. But damn, bro, like he had to repent for his kids, man, for his children, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, and he did it the right way. The Lord said, "Let me, just in case you forgot, since your sons jammed it up, let me make you do it again, so you could teach them the right way the next time." Right, man, that's crazy. Read it one more time, verse 13.
And he shall put the incense upon the fire before Yahweh, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony that he died not.
Man, that I don't kill him like I killed his sons.
Man.
Right? That's touchy, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward.
But what if he would have sprinkled it westward?
He would have got struck, man.
He would have got smoked, man. Go ahead.
And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle the blood with his fingers 7 times.
But what if he would have did it 8 times?
Same thing, man.
He would have got smoked, man. Yeah. Right? There's a way you got to do this, so you got to do it the way it needs to be done. Right? Go ahead.
Then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil, and do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat and before the mercy seat.
All right, go ahead.
And he shall make an atonement for the holy place.
And because of
make an atonement for the holy place. Because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And because of their transgressions in all their sins.
Hey, man, so did the children of Israel sin? They didn't sin, bro. This was Aaron. This was Aaron and his sons. Right? But it fell on all the children of Israel, because who atones for all the sins of the children of Israel?
The Levites.
The Levites, man. The Aaronites, the Zadokites. Right? Read it again, verse 16.
And he shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel.
So Aaron's sons made the whole children of Israel unclean. Right, go ahead.
And because of their transgressions in all their sins.
Man.
And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness.
Hey, man, he said we got to dedicate this thing all over again, man. All right? We got to dedicate this thing all over again, man. Go ahead.
And there shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place until he come out.
And hey, man, it's time for, he said it's time for a one-on-one. Like the flat app man. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for a one-on-one, man. Right, go ahead.
And have made an atonement for himself and for his household and for all the congregation of Israel.
Man, he said, you got to, man, look, man, you're going to have to consecrate everybody and everything once again because of this mistake that your sons has made, right? Go ahead.
And he shall go out unto the altar that is before Yahweh and make an atonement for it. And shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat.
Just in case you forgot, I'm going to tell you again. Right? Just in case you forgot, I'm going to tell you again, man. Right?
uh,
Man, go ahead.
and put it upon the horns of the altar round about.
And don't forget to do that either. Go ahead.
And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel.
Uh-huh. And just for the people who might not know, right? We're gonna get this right here because this makes it mean a lot, man. You know, and that's why I had to go in and show the brother, the Akim this one time before, man. Holy, hollow, all that, anointed, sanctified, right? All that is to dedicate, man. To dedicate, right? To purify, right? Consecrate, appointed, prepare, right? Is to get you right, man. All that is to get you right. What's up, little man? All that is to get you right, right? With the most high, man. Right? It's time to sanctify you back unto the Lord, man. Right? Because you done went off. And now the Lord has turned his head from you, man, turned his face from you. Right? So now it's time to make the Lord's face shine upon us again. Right? Like it says in the book of Psalms, chapter 118, I believe. Right? And it also says it in Hosea 5:15, right? Okay, where we at? 20?
Yeah, 20. Con.
Go ahead and read up.
And when he hath made an end of reconciling the holy place, and the tabernacle of the congregation, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat.
He shall bring what?
The live goat.
So he's gonna bring the scapegoat, right? So he already told him what to do with it, right? In the first couple verses. But now he's reiterating, man. He's telling them once again, so that way it's like with Israel, bro, we need repetition, man. As many times as I read the law, I still end up finding something new. Right? Like if we really sincerely go into marring the corner of your beard and rounding the corners of your head, it says to smote the corner of your head. So that means to either strike it and cut it off, right? Or to damage it in any way. So if you want to be correct, you feel what I'm saying? You shouldn't touch it at all, right? You shouldn't touch it at all. You shouldn't touch the corner of your beard or the corner of your head at all, right? When you go into the law, man, and you actually go into the root words, and you find everything out, man. It's deeper than what we think. We be a little lenient, but it's deeper than what we think, man. Right? So read on.
I was just gonna go into real quick. I was talking about repetition when I was reading Leviticus 1-10 with Tzion. Man, he be repeat. He do a lot of repetition in there too, man. About how to with them sacrifices, man. Like, y'all better get this right, man.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, bro. Like, it's you're a doctor. You feel what I'm saying? And you healing the nation. You feel what I'm saying? You're not just fixing one people, you fixing all our people. So if a doctor cut the wrong artery and he can't stitch it up in time, what happens?
You gonna die.
That body dies, right? So the same way with the children of Israel, if you cut the wrong artery on the children of Israel, hey man, all of us gonna be in sin, bro. And then you got to die because somebody got to die for that sin, right? And then now the next priest gonna come up and he better get this thing right. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're the doctor of the children of Israel, right? That's why Christ said, "What where the healthy is," I'm gonna roughly paraphrase it. Where the healthy is, they need no physician, right? But Christ came for the sick, right? Because we need a physician, man. We sick, we cut open, we bleeding out. We need somebody that can stitch us up in the right way, that can heal us in the right way, and that is Yahushua, man.
That's right.
In these times, the Levites was Yahushua, man.
Yeah, there was them physicians, man.
That was those physicians, man. Right?
Mhm.
My bad. Let's put this back on here. And let me get this back up here. Salakia Israel, Leviticus 16. All right, read on.
Con. Verse 21. And Aaron shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel and all
Damn,
their
that's a lot of sins, though.
man,
He had a long talk with that goat, man. Go ahead.
man, and all their transgressions and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send him away by the hand of a fit man into the wilderness.
Man,
Man,
let's see what this means. All right, of a fit man. I'm pretty sure it means somebody that's clean. Right. Did I pass it up already?
eyes down a little more. There we go, fit man.
Timely, ready. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what he do.
Mm-hmm.
This is his lot. He always ready to carry that goat out. You feel what I'm saying? Got all the muscles in the world. If the goat 80 pounds, 100 pounds, he could carry that mug out. He gonna put it on top of his head. You feel what I'm saying? And hike that thing up out there, man. Because if it go loose anytime before, hey man, the thing didn't even work right. Now you gotta do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
And the goat shall bear upon him all their iniquities unto a land not inhabited, and he shall let go.
Where we at?
Salakia 22.
Okay. And he shall
let go the goat in the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
And Aaron shall come into the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall put off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there.
Watch this. So he washed himself before he did this, right? And watch this. Read.
24. And he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth.
And this is how we know that we taught the damn white man how to keep himself clean, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like I was saying on one other video, man, I never took so many baths in my life, man, until I came into the truth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to take a bath after sex. You got to take a bath when you come in the house. You got to take a bath when you wake up in the morning. You know, it's just
That's
baths
something
all over
unclean, man. Yeah.
Huh? What you said?
So you touch something unclean, got to take a bath.
Yeah, every bro. So it's like nowadays you gotta take like 2 or 3 baths, a day. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't know how much cleaner it gets than that. You feel what I'm saying? And then I never wash my bed sheets so much. You feel what I'm saying? Like the cover, the comforter, the bed sheets. Like you got to get an expensive bed sheet and comforter set because you wash it so much. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, bro. Like especially before the Shabbat come in, you want to wash everything you got, man. You want to do all the day of preparation. You want to do all your laundry. You want to wipe down everything, bro, because you don't know what your ribs sat on. You don't know what your kids done did. Because if there's dung somewhere, let's say your kid diaper get loose, and there's dung somewhere, that thing is unclean. You feel what I'm saying? You don't know what's unclean. So it's like the preparation day is a full house cleaning day and cooking day, man. You know what I mean? You got to get those sheets, you got to get your body. You don't want to go to sleep and not shower that night. All right, start back from the top. So like y'all know I went on a rant, but it's just true, bro. It's true.
And he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth, and offer his burnt offering.
So this garment is the ephod, the mitri, the breastplate, the everything that the Levites normally wear to go do sins for the children of Israel.
Con.
Right? Go ahead.
And offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make an atonement for himself and for the people.
Mm-hmm.
And the fat of the sin offering shall he burn upon the altar.
Mm-hmm.
And he that let go of the Salakia, and he that let go the goat for the scapegoat shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward come into the camp.
Time. Why? Because that all them sins was on that goat, man. And you got to make yourself clean. You feel what I'm saying? When you sin, you got to wash yourself. This is the thing to this is like the scripture say, right? He said, I come in the volume of the book, the scriptures was written of me. So this is what was gonna come later on when it comes to the washing of the water by the word. You know, every day we need to be washing our flesh, man. Sometimes 3-4 times a day we need to be washing our flesh, and that flesh is our mind, right? And that the water is the scriptures, right? So we need to be in the scriptures daily because that's how we're gonna keep our flesh clean, right? Go ahead.
27. And the bullock.
I think you had a little bit 27.
26.
27.
Okay, con. And the
27.
bullock for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the holy place, shall one carry forth without the camp. And they shall burn in the fire their skins and their flesh and their dung.
Con. So one thing about these animals, man, what does fire do?
Cleanse and burn.
It purges out, it cleanses, right? So this everything needs to be fully cooked and fully burnt on this sin offering, or what's happening with this, with what's gonna happen with the sin. So
You
if
asked
you
me?
don't burn, let me ask the question one more time. So if you don't burn everything and cook the flesh fully, right? What happens to the sin if you don't do this?
It's still there.
It stays in. It stays in. So that's how we have to think when it comes to our sin, when we purging it out, when we're praying for deliverance from temptation, when we're praying for deliverance, right, from infirmity, right? When we're praying for deliverance from lust, right? We need to make sure that we're burning, that we're afflicting ourselves, right, and burning these sins away, man. So we need to be fasting and praying unto the Lord at the same time, because that's how you're gonna burn that skin, right? That's how you're gonna burn the skin. That's how you're gonna burn the flesh. That's how you're gonna burn the dung, right? All that is impurities, right? And you gotta burn that out by fasting and praying, right? Because to burn is to or to cast it in the fire is to afflict it, right? Is to put afflictions on it. I'm trying not to go into many precepts because then I'm gonna be on here for 5 hours. So I'm trying to just sum it up and give the people a word, you know. So let's read 28.
28. And he that burneth them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp.
And
this shall
this is how we get, this is how we start to get the Day of Atonement, right here, right? And that so before you read on, we have to do this right every year. So when we had the tabernacle of the congregation, this was a yearly thing that we had to do because of Aaron and his sons. This became a statute, right? Because of Aaron and his sons. So now that we don't have the tabernacle of the congregation or the temple, we do this in whatever land we sojourn in, whatever land we're in. We afflict our souls in the 7th month, Right, but go ahead and read.
Con. 29. And this shall be a statute forever unto you, that in the 7th month and on the 10th day of the month ye shall afflict your souls and do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger that sojourneth among you.
So whether it be a Israelite that was born in your country or an Israelite that came through and had a sleepover by you, right?
Con.
Living with you for a little bit. All right, go ahead.
For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you to cleanse you, that ye may be clean from all your sins before Yahweh. And it shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever.
Go ahead.
And the priest whom he shall anoint and whom he shall consecrate to minister in the priest's office in his father's stead shall make the atonement and shall put on the linen clothes, even the holy garments.
Talking about the white the linen mitri, the linen breeches, the linen belt girdle, right? All that white linen, right? That's what they're gonna put on to do this, because this is a statute forever, right? Go ahead.
And he shall make an atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make an atonement for the tabernacle of the congregation and for the altar, and he shall make an atonement for the priests and for all the people of the congregation.
All right, give me a second right quick. Let's go look up. Let's look up atonement. Right? Let's look up atonement. I wanted the word singly, but this will work too. Key word: reconciliation. Reconcile. Right? Purge away. Right? Purge away. Read that precept right quick.
Psalm 79:9. Help us, O power of our salvation, for the glory of thy name, and deliver us, and purge away our sins for thy name's sake.
For thy name's sake, man.
Yeah.
Right? So it's to purge away, man. It's to reconcile, right? Bring us back to, right? Ooh, this word is complex. Right?
Pacify.
This right, man, that word right there is complex, man. Once we get into the book of Sirach, right? It tells you, don't think, man, that the Lord will pacify all your sins, man, and you keep adding sin unto sin, man. Yeah, so that word to me, that word is special, man. When I see that word, I say, oh, somebody thinking too high and mighty of themselves, man, and thinking the Lord forgives forever. Right? As Salakia Israel for my brother affliction. Right? He over here sniffling and blowing, and he's still on there.
Man, I had this job yesterday. I was up in the attic. That tore me up, man.
Man, I'm telling you, I'll be in the attic a lot, bro. Like, so I'm already that insulation ain't no joke, man.
Man, my legs are still itching. I'm like, man, I ain't been in the attic in a minute.
Man, hey, man, I'm telling you, if you ain't got no mask, you better tie a shirt on your face because it'll jam you up.
Man.
All right, what we at right here?
34.
34, all praises.
And this shall be
as we saw, atonement means to reconcile, right? To bring back to, right? To purge away, right? To make us clean. Right? Go ahead.
And this shall be an everlasting statute unto you, to make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year. And he did as the Lord commanded Moses.
So this happened every year, man. Right? This happened every year. They wasn't playing with it. Right? All that Yahweh said is what we do and hear.
All that Yahweh said is what we do and hear.
All praises.
All
That's
praises.
that
Mercy.
man. That's that covenant, right? So we reading the
Mm-hmm.
law and we remaking that covenant, man. Right. Go ahead.
Chapter 17, Leviticus 17 and 1. And the
Uh,
Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, This is the thing which Yahweh hath commanded, saying, What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or lamb or goat in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer an offering unto Yahweh before the tabernacle of Yahweh, blood shall be imputed unto that man.
man,
He has shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people.
bruh,
Yeah.
bruh. Hey, man, the Lord not playing. The Lord not playing, man. Hey, he gonna explain too, bro, because it goes back into Exodus, man, when we was offering to idols, man. You know, and he's gonna explain himself. I wish I would have wrote down that precept I had found, but it's all good. Let's go. Let's finish going into it, man. This is powerful, man. The Lord said, if you kill an ox, if you kill any type of cattle that you could sacrifice, and you don't come sacrifice it to me, you sacrificing that to idols. You feel what I'm saying? Bring that to me. You still could eat, man. Bring that to me, so that way we know that you ain't doing no off stuff, man. Right? If you got fishies, eat your fishies however you want to eat your fishies, man. You know what I mean? But if you got cattle and if you got birds that you could offer on the altar, you must bring that. Right? Go ahead.
To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices, which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto Yahweh, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priests, and offer them for peace offerings unto Yahweh.
Yeah, they don't have to be burnt offerings. They don't have to be sin offerings, man. But bring them in, man, as a peace offering, so y'all could break bread together with me. The Lord's selfish, man. He wanna, hey, bro. You know how when we come together, well, I gotta look at you on this one. So when you on stream, y'all, you can see me. I can't see you. I see the words.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
God. So when we come together, bro, and we eat at the table together, bro, that's how Yahweh is with us, right?
He want us to break bread with him, man.
Yeah, he loves us breaking bread and being with him, man. You feel what I'm saying? Sitting at the same table with him. The Levites are his portion, so the Levites are him, right? Are Yahweh, and he want to have supper with us, right? So the same way that we love having new moons together, we love celebrating these high holy days together, and we love coming together and eating with one another. Is the same way Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, ultimately Yahweh, right, loves to eat with us. You feel what I'm saying? So he's like, hey man, whatever you do, just come break bread with the Levites, man. Come eat with me, man. Right? It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. All right, go ahead.
6.
Yeah.
And the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of Yahweh at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savor unto Yahweh.
For what?
For a sweet savor unto Yahweh.
That's right. All right, go ahead.
And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils.
And they what?
Shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils.
One more time.
And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils.
See, that was the problem, man. Y'all went sacrifice unto devils when y'all went offer in the field by yourself, man. Right? I don't want no so you had a job, right? You at a job, and your boss know every time you go into this little corner, you on your phone, right? And your boss tell you, hey man, don't go in that corner no more, because I got word that you be on your phone right there. And you go in that corner the next time and you just chilling. You don't want to be on your phone, man. You just chilling. You like this corner. But to him, in his mind, guess what? You on your phone. Same way with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. They said, oh, I remember when you went over here, you was going off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna tell you, come into the kitchen, man. Stay in the kitchen, right? And we could cook together. You feel what I'm saying? Don't go to those other people's kitchen and go cook and try to bring a plate unto me. Nah. Just come into my kitchen so we could cook together, man. Right? If y'all got ears to hear. All right, read it again.
And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring.
Mm-hmm.
This shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generations.
Hey man, if anybody out there in the field cutting up, roasting a lamb, a goat, a ox, if somebody out there in that field doing some dumb stuff, man, y'all go pull up on them, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fall down on them, man. Right? You're gonna have to see what it really is, man. You might have to lay hands on them like Nehemiah was about to do to them heathens, man.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to pluck their beard out, man. Right?
Snatch your ass up, man.
Yeah, because we don't know. We don't know what you're doing over here. But we know you ain't listening to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now you got to bring that and a sin offering because you transgress against the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt say unto them, whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers which sojourn among you, that offereth a burnt offering or sacrifice, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer it unto Yahweh, even that man shall be cut off from among his people.
Even what?
Even that man shall be cut off from among his people.
So and see, nowadays we'll beat you up and try to get you right. You feel what I'm saying? But the Lord said, man, kick his ass out, man. Let his kids be a sojourner later on. You feel what I'm saying? Because he got to go, man. You just don't want to listen, man. Right? I'm gonna treat you like a bastard if you're gonna act like one.
Man.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Sheesh.
Man, even if you try to hide, you in your bushes, you got that rare steak. Hey, the Lord see you, man.
It's lucky. Let me grab a highlight.
Yeah, God. The Lord see you, man. And he said, no matter if you don't want to say nothing, or if you do say something, guess what? I will cut him off from among his people, man. The Lord gonna kill you, man. The Lord gonna kill you. You ain't even gotta say nothing, right? He gonna get up with you, man. He gonna take that spirit from you, man. So watch yourself, man. Make sure y'all cooking everything thoroughly, man. Right? To the best of your ability, man. And if you do happen to eat some of that blood, man, repent immediately. Right? Repent immediately, man, and put that thing back on the fire, man. Right? Because the Lord gave us a certain amount of grace, man. And that cup runneth over, but that cup also runneth out. All right, let's go, Ak, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
It's the blood, man, because the life is in the blood, man. The blood that make atonement for your soul.
Con.
Woo! I had an extravagant leg day yesterday, man. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
Oh man, go ahead.
Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood.
None of the children of Israel, man. Right? None of y'all better eat blood, man. And if he not from your country, that don't even matter. He still need to be keeping the laws. Now, and also the strangers that's not of your kindred, man. That's not an Israelite. That's you. You bought him with money. So that's your possession. You need to make sure your possession is keeping these laws too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead.
And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof and cover it with dust.
And cover it with what?
With dust.
So you can't eat it because Israel's stupid, man. Israel go there, the blood's still there. They'll stick their hand in and scoop it. Come here. Come here. Get up, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Mama done with your hair, okay? You don't gotta fuss. All right, go ahead.
For it is the life of all flesh, the blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh. For the life of all flesh is in the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off.
That and what does what those damn people in Israel doing right now, man? That's what they love to do, man. They're drinking blood, making sacrifices to Hashatan, right? Just doing all manner of wickedness, man. You know, because they don't love the Lord, man. Right? The people that love the Lord say, "Hey, man, I want my steak well done."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Well done, and don't bring it here any other way, man. Right? But Esau, they're like, oh, it's a little blood in there. It's okay. Nah, man. Hey, take that back in the back and make my stuff well done, man. Right? So you can earn your damn tip, man. Feel what I'm saying?
You know it's important too, because he keep going over. He bringing it back, letting you know again. Man,
blood,
don't eat
blood, life, blood. Like,
yeah,
man. You feel what I'm saying? So don't do it, bro. Right? What we have, 14 or 15? 15, right?
15, yeah.
Go ahead.
And every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or that which was torn with beast, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even, then shall he be clean. But if he wash,
that's facts, man. So, and then when it says or a stranger, bro, it's still talking about Israel. The Lord don't give a damn about the heathen being clean or unclean, right? That ain't the universal laws. This is the laws for the children of Israel. This is not universal.
I was watching a video the other day where they was getting into how it's two strangers, man. You got the stranger that's your brother, and then when it could be talking about a stranger in another aspect where it's a heathen, but they not required to keep the law.
And that's Leviticus. That's Leviticus 25. If I'm not mistaken, that was the you was watching SOT.
I believe it's Akari, but they brought up the same one in Leviticus though.
Yeah, I think it's 23 or 25. It kind of breaks down the different strangers. But this stranger right here, when it's talking about the laws that we keep, right? That's talking about the Israelites. All right, go ahead.
But if he wash them not, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Man, he said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna jam you up, and you deserve it." You know what I mean? And you gonna that sin he gonna require of you, man. That iniquity, the Lord gonna require it of you, man. Right? All that we read is what we do and hear.
All that we read is what we do and hear.
Come on, man. Y'all make sure y'all keeping these commandments, man. Right? The first 5 books, the Torah, man. Keep the commandments. Right? So we could do all things through Hamashiach that strengthens us, man.
That's right.
Keep these commandments, man. And it is not grievous, right? All right, let's go. These right here are dope, man. You know what I mean? I love these moral laws that we about to get into. You know, it really means a lot, man. It touched my heart when I was reading this one. So yeah, the next 2 paragraphs, the 2 chapters is fire. All right. And what we read was fire, but you know, that's mostly predominantly for the Levites, which we are nowadays. But this right here teach you how to be a good brother, man, and have good morals. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 18. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am Yahweh your power. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Yeah, man, don't even walk in their ordinances, man. When they start doing certain dumb stuff, you get up out of there, man. Right? When they start they enchantments and they different little things that they do, drinking of the blood and all that, you get up out of there, man. See, the heathens, the Canaanites, they love to drink the blood of animals they kill, right? And they love to pour the blood on them, and you know they taking on they call it taking on the spirit of that animal, right? Don't do this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Don't do these things, man. Right? That the Lord never said cover yourself full of blood and drink it, man. The Lord said put your finger in it, flick it 7 times, don't do it 8, right? And put it in certain areas, and that's how we rock. You feel what I'm saying? Don't go to doing these things that these damn heathen nations does. And I know my speech is all messed up. Y'all don't have to remind me, right? I talk bad. I understand, right?
Man, that could go into today too. Like people be following into that LGBT and all these other things, man. Don't do after these nations, man.
Man, don't do that, man. Don't even encourage that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you have a family member that's going that way, you know what I mean? Hey, you could love them because that's your people. You feel what I'm saying? But you ain't, hey man, you ain't. My brother hit me up, you know, vexed the hell out of me, man. My brother, and he was like, I'm transitioning. And I said, what you mean, like transitioning? Like, it was like, yeah, man, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, man. I don't want to be called your brother no more. I want to be called your sister. I'm like, hey, man, you know, I love you and all that, bro. I can't do that. You know what I mean? And I told him, I said, you cutting your rod off? He said, I can't. Like, if he would have said, yeah, I wasn't going to be able to deal. He was like, nah, man, I ain't cutting my. So how you want to be called a woman and you still got your rod? You know what I mean? That's just confusion. And I told him, I said, man, this is just confusion, bro. I can't do it. You know what I mean? I won't call you anything. You feel what I'm saying? I won't say sir, ma'am, madam, mister, you know, but I can't call you no woman. That was the most vexing shit I ever had to deal with, man. And then, like you said, man, it's like that LGBTQ shit. If you accept that, you are of the world, and you're gonna get judged with the world. So we really have to watch, what we accept and what we condone. Because then you're gonna be just as bad as the MF that's doing it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Don't encourage that, man. Try to talk sense into your brothers and your sisters that's going that way. Hey, look, the Lord gonna kill you, man. I would rather you, be with a man. I'd rather you be with a woman, because the Lord said.
Mm-hmm. Or be
Man,
alone.
huh?
I said, or be alone. I seen a brother that he turned from his wicked way, man, of being homosexual, and he's just like, I'm just trying to serve the Lord, so I'd rather be alone than give in to my flesh, man.
Fleshly lust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I ain't even think about that. Or be alone, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or try it in a different, try it in a different way, man. You feel what I'm saying? And just try to gain as you go, man. I know some people that repented, from being homosexual, and now they have 4 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing to see them come from that way, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. So go ahead.
Verse 4. You shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am Yahweh, your power.
Khan,
You,
he's gonna say this a lot, this paragraph. Go ahead.
mhm. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am Yahweh. None of you
So he's
shall.
signing, he's putting his stamp, he's signing everything that he's saying right now. It's like bam, approved, bam, approved, bam, approved. Right?
Khan,
Go ahead.
None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I
But
am
in
Yahweh.
but in Genesis, that's how we get the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In Genesis, we get the Israelites from that. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But the Lord, right, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, they saw the issue with that. They saw the problems with that. And they were like, okay, well, now we're going to do this a little bit different, right? And we're going to give them another, a moral law to help them deal with this and not have the same problems that we had over here in
Mm-hmm.
Genesis, right? Go ahead.
Thy nakedness of thy father's wife thou shalt thou not uncover. It is thy
Nah,
father's nakedness.
uh-uh.
We on
I
7?
think, yeah, we on 7.
Oh, Salakia. 7. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Okay, so when it says nakedness, right, it's talking about the lower region, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
talking about the where you enter at, you know what I mean, when it comes to your mother. And for your father, it's talking about the groin area,
Con.
right? Where you see the thing that the external thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's talking about. It's not talking about breasts, and it's not talking about chest or abs or anything like that. It's talking about for the mom, it's talking about the actual insertion, the hole. And for the man, it's talking about the lower region. You feel what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
Mm-hmm. You said that's your dad,
Mm-hmm.
that's him. That's not his wife, that's him. That's actually your dad. This flesh became bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, man. Go ahead. And all this, Salakia, and all this is so you don't sleep with them.
Con.
You don't want to uncover that nakedness because you don't want to sleep with them, right? Go ahead.
The nakedness of thy sister, the
Uh-huh.
daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness shalt thou not uncover.
So back in the gap, like Abraham said, this is my sister, right? Uh uh not not the daughter of my mother, but the daughter of my father, right? So you was able to bring kids and children into this world from your father's other wives,
Mm.
right? But now it's not like that because the Lord gave us in Leviticus new statutes, new morals, new laws, right? So we can't have sex with none of our sisters that's on our father or our mother's side, right? Go ahead.
Uh, the nakedness of thy son's daughter or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for
Mm-hmm.
theirs is thine own nakedness.
Mm-hmm. So that's their own nakedness, man. So hey, if it's right, if it's your son's daughter, that's your granddaughter. You can't uncover her nakedness, man. Right? Or of thy son's or of thy daughter's daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still your granddaughter, right? You can't uncover that nakedness, man. Right? And back in the days, it wasn't such, man, you know. But now, since the Lord saw what was wrong with that, you feel what I'm saying, and how it put a strain on the family and different things like that, the Lord has tightened us up, right? We a tight knit family now,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But we still could deal with cousins though, right? We still could deal with cousins, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11, the nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten
Mm-hmm.
of thy father, she is
Mm-hmm.
thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Just in case you forgot, right? From the earlier passage, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's kinswoman.
Uh-huh. This is your aunties, right? Go ahead.
Mhm. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt.
Hey man, that might not be your blood, but that's your aunt. Don't go messing with that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's gonna make him to kill you, man. Right? The Lord made us to have a jealous spirit. So
Mm-hmm.
we need to keep these laws so we don't make our uncle, our brother, our auntie, our these different people jealous, man. Right? The key is not to make one another jealous, man. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the men of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
right? When it comes to women, it's a little different, right? But the men, we need to stay away from jealousy because jealousy is how we kill people.
Con,
All right, go ahead.
15. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter in law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt
Mm-hmm.
not uncover her nakedness.
Mm. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, so it's simple. It's simple and plain, man. Once you get a wife, that wife become you. So you don't want to uncover that because that's your brother, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's your dad. You don't want to uncover that. All right, go ahead.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are near kinswoman. It is wickedness.
It is what?
Wickedness.
Uh-huh. So it says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. So if you get a rib and she
Mm,
already have a daughter, right? You don't want to, just because that ain't your daughter, that ain't your kin people, right? You don't want to jam her daughter up too.
mm,
You feel what I'm saying? Why? It is wickedness,
uh,
right? Now you got strife in the home, both of them your wives, and you still got to treat her as a daughter. It's confusion.
Mm-hmm.
It's straight up confusion, man. And then it says, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, right, or
Mm-hmm.
her daughter's daughter, man, to uncover her nakedness, man. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't even deal with the daughter of these kids, because that's like your step grandkids.
Con.
You feel what I'm saying? That's confusion. How you gonna call them all your life? You call me Pop, Pawpaw, right? Grandfather. And then when you turn 18, 20 years old, I jam you up, and now you calling me husband. That's off, man. It said it is wickedness. Right? Go ahead.
Con. 18. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime.
In her lifetime. So when your rib die, then you could take her sister. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But until then, don't go doing that, man. Right? And like I said, this is moral. This is moral laws, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? These are not sins unto death. Like, this is not like sins unto death. You feel what I'm saying? This is just moral. This is moral statutes that we ought to follow. You feel what I'm saying? Look at Leah and Rebecca, man. They sisters, right? But the Lord learned from his mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? He said, "I'll let them do that over there," and look what it did to Leah and Rachel. How it put a barrier between them. You know how one of them was preferred more, and one of them was preferred less, and it vexed them. It vexed each sister. So we're not gonna do that now. And that's why the Lord is giving us these moral laws that we should follow. Right? It says beside the other in her lifetime, man. Right? So when she died, man, it's fair game. Right? You could go get her sister, man. But while she liveth, no having a woman and her sister, man. Right? And that's a moral law, man. Right? That's not that's not the commandments. That's a moral law, man. Right? That's something that the Lord has learned from, and he's telling us, don't do that, because I know what comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's why we say it's over 613 laws, because some is commandments, some is laws, right? And you have to discern which one is which. But also, we just follow them all that we could follow, right? So, but if let's say, so let me look at you right quick. So let's say we sleep with a sister, right? We make her our wife, and then we go cross state, right? We go cross state, right? And then we sleep with another sister and make her our wife. But we didn't know that her dad had 10 kids, right? And this is
Mm-hmm.
her sister from another woman down in Alabama, but we in California. Y'all don't have the same last name. I didn't know. So do I put one of the sisters away? Do I cancel one of the wives? No. Right? Now you my wife, she my wife. We got to make this thing roll. You feel what I'm saying? You can't cut one of them off because you didn't know. Like, so this is a moral law. Is this not considered a commandment? This is a law, right? That we need to follow. But if you jam up two sisters and you didn't know that was her sister, hey man, you got to keep both of them as your wife, because that's your wife already. All right, go ahead.
19. And thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. And thou
Man,
shalt, Salakia,
they say you shall not commit adultery, man.
Khan.
In other words, right? And then it said also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she be put apart for her uncleanness.
Mm-hmm.
So within those 10, 14, 13, 12 days, you don't want to be that guy where I'll just I'll just deal with you. I'll please you without going into you. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to be that guy,
Mm-hmm.
man. Let her be unclean, right? Let her be unclean and come back to her when she's purified, when she's clean,
Khan.
right? Go ahead.
21. And thou shalt not let any
Hey,
of thy
before you read. So
Khan.
so um when we read in the earlier passages, I believe it's in Leviticus or it might be in Exodus. He gave us, it's in Leviticus, he gave us laws to say, if you lay with her and her flower came upon you 7 days, you shall be unclean, and on the eighth day you shall offer two turtle doves, right, and be clean, right. And he said and if you lie with her in the time of her purification, it's the same way as if you had sex, right? You unclean until evening, right? So that's the commandments. This is the law, right? To help you not break those commandments. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Those cleanly commandments, right? But right here, you see it says as long as she'll be put apart for her uncleanness, don't uncover her nakedness. Don't commit this sin to where you're gonna be unclean until even. That's what it's telling you. I gave
Uh-huh.
you the laws for if you do, but don't do it, right? So this is just to touch up on that. Don't do it, man. Even though I gave you the laws, don't do it, right? Even though you're gonna be, because you'll have people say, "Oh, I'm only gonna be unclean for 7 days. I'll live 7 days." Right? And then I just won't go into the congregation, and my wife, she wants some rod while she on her period. I'll be clean in 7 days. Let me lay down with her and let her flower get up on me. So the Lord had to tell you, hey man, don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Just because I gave you a way to get clean, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Am I being confusing?
Nah, Khan, that's straightforward.
Okay, all right. I just
Yeah,
want to
brother.
know that I ain't being confusing. But he gave us a way to get clean, and but he also said while they're unclean, don't do it. Basically
Mm-hmm.
don't uncover their nakedness, because if you uncover their nakedness, then it entices you to fornicate. It entices you to have sex.
Khan.
Right? Go ahead, bro.
Khan. Verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of Yahweh, or Salakia, of thy power. I am Yahweh.
Khan. So when it says let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech, right? You could take it in two ways. And I'm gonna say this as a carnal man, as this is not I might be off. I might be, saying something bad, right? But when I looked it up, because I had to go into it, I was like, man, that sound like pleasing yourself. You feel what I'm saying? That sounds like pleasing yourself. And it really does, and I believe it is, right? But when it says Molech king, the god of the Ammonites and the Phoenicians, I don't know how to say that, to whom some Israelites sacrificed their infants in the valley of Hinnom, right? So we sacrificed our infants, our kids, right? An infant is a small, small, small child, right? Our seed is an infant because it's alive once it comes out. right? Our seed, it has life in it when it comes out. It's swimming to wherever it's going, right? But if you ejaculate and you do your own thing, and you put it down you send it to the river, you know what I mean, or you send it to a towel, you feel what I'm saying? You letting that seed pass through the fire of Molech. So we don't need to be doing our own thing, man. And it says, neither shalt thou profane the name of Yahweh, right? Let's get that word profane. So for me, in my carnal mind, it's not what the law is saying. I don't know for sure. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is what it's saying. But what I see through the spirit is that it's telling you not to waste your seed, right? It's telling you not to waste your seed, right? Because your seed is an infant, man. Your seed is live once it comes out the scrotum, right? Begin, profane, pollute, defile, right? It says break, wounded, eat, slay, gather grapes, first, inherit, begin men, prostitute, sorrow, stain, right? Pollute, man, defile, profane, stain, right? The name of Yahweh, man. If you pleasing yourself all day, man, hey, you profaning the name of Yahweh, man. The name of Yahweh says, right, to be fruitful and multiply. So you got to put that seed somewhere. You know what I mean? You want to put that seed somewhere. And in this world, we know, because it's kind of difficult to get a lot of wives to act right together. We kind of just don't make abundant of kids like we used to. But if we could get wives that could work together, man, all seeds need to go where it's supposed to go. And that's what the law tells us. It said if you spill seed of copulation, right, with your woman, hey man, both of y'all unclean to even. But that's where the Lord wants you to spill it at, with your woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to make that as PG as I could, without talking a lot of crazy. But we're supposed to be having babies and multiplying. But it's hard to do that. It's hard to put it where it's supposed to go. And you have 10 kids with one woman in this society that we live in today. Now, take that how you want, with a grain of salt, or live your life how the Lord wanted you to live it. You feel what I'm saying? And make those babies, right? Let's go.
Hey, Salaki, you been keeping an eye on the comments or not?
Nah, you got something? You see something?
Yeah, brother asked a question at 8:45, but I don't know if he's still in here or not. But I was just gonna point it to Leviticus 11. He said, "I heard from another brother that we are not meant to eat meat. We have no canines. The meat only digests when it's rotten in the stomach. How true is that, Ak?" I was just gonna tell him go to Leviticus 11.
Yeah, go ahead. Go to Leviticus 11, man. All right, go ahead over there, man. Because if the Lord tell us to eat meat, I don't know. I don't know why you can't. If the Lord, there's some people that take Genesis and run with it. You feel what I'm saying? I give you every fruit bearing seed for meat. They take that and run with it. See? No, man, we got sacrificial laws, man. We got laws that tell us to eat meat. But if you want to be one of those brothers, go right ahead, man. But make sure on the Passover you eating that lamb. But if you want to be one of those brothers, go ahead, man. You know what I mean? Nah, but I wasn't reading. Go ahead, let's go.
18:22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination.
It is what?
Abomination.
Kind of nasty. Right? Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither Shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down there too? It is confusion.
It is what?
Confusion.
That's what I told my brother, man. That is confusion, man.
Con.
I don't know what you want from me, man, but I can't do that. It is confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead.
Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things.
Don't
For
lie
in
with beasts. Don't let a beast pluck you. You feel what I'm saying? Don't lie with man as you lie with womankind. And for women, don't lie with women as you do with mankind, huh? Right? Because it is what? It is confusion. Go ahead.
defile not yourselves with any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I
The what?
cast out. The
The what?
nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
That's how they lost their land. You don't do it, so you don't lose your land. Go ahead.
And the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomited out her inhabitants.
Why? Because they did what? They broke universal laws. They broke universal laws. These right here is universal. That's why Sodom and Gomorrah got knocked down. That's why Babylon got knocked down. That's why the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, that's why all them got put out of the land and knocked down, is because they want to lie with beasts and lie with men. Men want to lie with men, burning in their lust one to another, right? Doing those things which are unseemly, right? Women doing things that's against nature, right? And the land vomited out the inhabitants, man. The animals are defiled. You can't eat once you pluck the animal's defiled. You can't even eat that animal no more. You feel what I'm saying? Everything in the land is defiled, man. It's just nasty, sick motherfuckers, man.
Just wickedness, man.
Man. All right, let's go.
26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled.
And the what?
The land is defiled.
Man, that's why I'm kicking them out of the land slowly but surely, man. So you could come in and no beasts have taken over, right? And come do what I told you to do. He said, I'm going to give you a land, beautiful, flowing with milk and honey, man. These people have defiled it. I need you to keep it up, right? You need to be my gardeners, man, right? You need to be my vine dressers, right? And I'm going to give you everything that you need to do that. And I could go into a bunch of precepts, but I only got the brother till a certain time, so I'm gonna go. We're gonna go through this because it's hard to do this myself, and I want to grab precepts for
breakdowns.
Ezekiel, yeah. Go ahead. 28.
Like it, 28. That the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you.
Did the land spew us out?
Hell
yeah, it spewed us out, man. That's why we in ratchet ass America.
That's right.
Because the land spewed us out. That's why we got 70 AD, man. Right? That's why we got damn the Babylonian captivity. All right, that's why we got all these different captivities, because the land has spewed us out, man. Why? Because we defiled the damn land, man. Right? Sacrificing unto idols, sacrifices unto idols, murdering each other unlawfully, right? Men sleeping with men wives, men sleeping with men. We did the whole thing in the land, in the motherland, man. Right? And that's why we got judged as a people, man. Go ahead.
For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people.
He said, even the souls.
Con.
All right. The soul, right? The soul is a deep thing, man, because it could be your body, it could be your spirit, or it could be the two joined together, right? So when you hear soul in this context, it's talking about the spirit, right? It's talking about the spirit, man. I see. Look, this is what soul means, right? It's soul, life, person, mind, heart, right? Your heart is what? Your spirit, your mind. Your mind is what? Your spirit, your mind, right? Creature, body, himself, yourself, dead, will, right? Your will is what? That's a spiritual thing, right? Your will is the spirit, is to do the commandments, right? And keep the faith. Desire, that's an emotion. That's part of the spirit, right? Man, themselves, any appetite, right? You have an appetite for the scriptures, just like you have an appetite for your body. And whatever this word is that I'm a butcher if I say it. You can say that word.
Miscellaneous.
There you go.
Con.
I might have messed that up.
There go to
right.
another one right there. The inner being of man.
So this is a seat of emotion, passion, mind, right? This is talking about the spirit right here, man. Because the Lord, the spirits that went off in the wilderness, the Lord is gonna make new. That's why he said in the scriptures, he said, all things shall become new, right? So the spirits that's not keeping the law, even we have to become new. As much as we keep the law, right, and we do our best to keep the law, we still miss the mark at some point. So even we have to become new, right? But these wicked spirits, when he says that even that soul that committed it shall be cut off from among their people, that spirit has to get fully demolished and made new, man, in the kingdom, right? It has to get made new in the kingdom, man. Because if we have that same spirit there, we have that same soul there, that same spirit, he's gonna defile the rest of us. Right? Let's go.
30. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am Yahweh, your power.
Man, that means period, point blank.
Man.
That means period, point blank, man. Don't you do it. Right? All right. All that we read is what we do and hear.
All that we read is what we do and hear.
Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 19. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I am Yahweh your power. Salakia, for I, Yahweh your power, am holy.
Let's get that word right quick.
Get
that word right quick. For the people that don't know, haven't seen, new in this truth, let's get this word holy. Oh, should I pass this on? Sacred, holy, holy one, saint, set apart, right? Set apart is the key part in holy, right? You have to be set apart as the Lord is set apart, and he's only for you, right? All right, let's go.
Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths.
And what?
And keep my Sabbaths. I am Yahweh, your power. Turn ye not unto idols,
What
nor
he said?
make turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am Yahweh, your power.
So y'all gotta stop making these damn crosses and putting these crosses on your body, talking about this is your God, this is your power, man. Right? The cross is not your power, man. White Jesus, Caesar Borgia, this guy, right, is not your power, man. Right? Our power is black men and black angels in the heavens, right? Our power is black men and black angels in the heavens protecting us every day that we walk. This guy, he did not get hung on one of these, right? This guy is not your power, man. This wretched white Salakia, this wretched devil, right, is not your power, man.
God.
Right? Your power is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, right? Not this damn devil. Right? I'm sick of this guy.
Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, man. I'm sick of this guy, man. Guy raging. Even his pictures look like he's homosexual.
Man.
This is about the strongest picture he got right here. Everything else just a fruit butt faggot. Right?
God.
Look at this queer. Look at this nastiness. Just nasty. Why would you serve somebody
Yeah,
that
it's
look
hot.
like this? Why would you serve somebody that look like this, man? You know how Yahweh Shah must have looked, man. Like this guy. Let me show you something. This is how Yahweh Shah looked. Right?
But
This is
not bald
Yahweh Shah was on the earth looking like this guy, man. This is
man.
not Yahweh Shah, but this is how Yahweh Shah was looking, man. Just the big, bulky, ugly, beard wearing black man. Right? Damn devils. Always damn putting this damn white boy in our brain, man.
God.
My bad. I went on a rant, but it was well worth it, man.
Had to bring it out, man.
I'm sick of that white boy, man. I was working at that house yesterday, man. First thing you see is crosses, L bibliosis everywhere with the damn white boy on the back. Man, you can see this out.
No, I can't. I could just see you.
All right, come.
You said
Was you ever able to see everything I pulled up though?
yeah, Con. I saw everything you was pulling up.
All right, cool. All praises. You can see it now.
Con.
All right, con. All praises. All right, where we was at?
5.
Con. Let's get it.
Verse 5. And if ye offer a sacrifice of peace offerings unto Yahweh, you shall offer it at your own will.
Con, not because somebody made you do it, because you're like, I'm going chop up this lamb, man. I'm gonna put this thing on this rotisserie in the field, you know. And a brother like, nah, like, bro, the Lord said that we have to bring all our cattle to him to offer it, bro. You don't want it to be like that. You want to be like, okay, I feel like eating this lamb, nice, pure, no blemishes. Let me go ahead and bring it to the Lord as a peace offering and break bread with the Levites. You know, that's how he wants you to be. He don't want you to be that guy that wanted to go do his own thing in the field and somebody corrected you to come bring it as a peace offering. He wants you to do that of your own will, man. If you understand what I'm saying, do I sound like I'm babbling? Because sometimes I sound like
No,
I feel like
Con. That's that was good way to break it down.
all right, con. Because sometimes I feel like I'm just saying too much and the point is not getting across. Right. So I want to make sure the point is getting
Uh,
across, man.
That's that going to showing love too, man. Like you gonna break bread with the people you love, man. You love the Most High, you gonna want to break bread with Him.
That's an absolute. That's an absolute fact,
Mm-hmm.
right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. It shall be eaten the same day ye offer it, and on the morrow. And if aught remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire.
So if it remain until the third day, it got to be burnt in the fire. Why? Because the meat done went bad, man. You don't want to eat that. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
refrigerators and stuff like that in this time, man. So your food only stay good for 2 days without it being refrigerated, right? He don't want you eating nothing of the third day of it sitting out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then he said, if you do, then you're gonna have to bear that iniquity, man. When your stomach start turning and you don't know why you pooping everywhere and you throwing up, hey man, you're gonna have to bear that iniquity, man. Go ahead.
And if it be eaten at all on the third day, it is abominable. It shall not be accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, every one that eateth it shall bear his iniquity, because he hath profaned the hallowed thing of Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Damn. Just because you don't remember, you know what I mean? Did
Yeah,
we cook this 3 days ago, or was it 2?
yeah.
Hey man, like me and you always say, what we say,
If when in doubt, throw it out, man.
When in doubt, throw that shit out, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wally reap the corners of thy field, neither
It
shalt
said,
thou.
it said, it
Salakia.
said, thou shalt not wholly reap.
Oh, Salakia. Thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field,
That mean
neither
you don't
shalt.
want to. That mean you don't want to clear out your whole field, man. The
Mm,
corners of it, right? You want to let some people be able to come pick off of that tree. Unlike the so-called white man that's GMO and all the damn fruit, so you don't get seeds, so you could grow it yourself. You know what I mean? See, our Lord told us, our power told us that, hey man, leave some out there for the people. It says holy, consume, end, finish, right? Accomplish. That means you don't want to take everything from around the corners, man.
mm,
Just because you don't want nobody else to eat your fruit that you planted and you cropped. To waste away, exhaust, fail, right? To come to an end,
mm,
vanish, perish, be destroyed, right? So you don't want that, man. You want to leave some on the corners so that way when people walk past your field, man, they could grab a couple things and eat. All right, where we at?
uh,
We still at
10.
9?
Yeah, it's kind of, I didn't get all the way through 9.
Time.
Thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field, neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest.
So you don't want to take everything, man. The
Uh,
gleaning,
Say that
the
word
gleaning.
gleaning. Uh,
I don't want to misspeak, but I believe that's the fruits that's just coming out. That's just bearing fruit. What is or may be gleaned only construct as exhaustive with verb. What else they got? Yeah, see, ears of corn or of grapes. It's talking about the fresh, right? The it's just budding. It's just coming to life.
uh.
You don't want to take that.
I was just trying to Google it too.
Yeah, go Google it.
It says leftover grain after a harvest. That
Leftover
looks
grain after harvest. Okay, cool. Perfect. So I was wrong, right? Or maybe Google's wrong.
Yeah, maybe
right?
Google. Yeah, I'm saying because this when it's in the Hebrew, it's gonna be something different than whatever Google
Yeah,
said.
kind. So it could be is the gleanings, right? The leftover fruit, right, that falleth on the ground, right? You don't want to take those up. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about the harvest that fell. Neither
Mm,
shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest, right? Talking about the fruit that fell.
con.
You wanna let the poor come grab that. The stuff that's edible, right? That falleth on the ground. Go ahead.
Mhm. And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am Yahweh your power.
So he said, hey man, if it fall, leave it on the ground. Pick
Mhm.
what you need to pick. But if something fall, leave it on the ground so that way the poor and the stranger could come on and eat. All right. That's
Con,
how we take care of our people. That's why when we in rulership, the people rejoice. But
con,
when the wicked rule, they mourn, man. But you can't even pick off of nobody. People will call the police on you, man, if you don't ask them if you could get some fruit off of their tree or get
con.
some. Yeah,
Or
they'll
they
call the
commit.
police on. They'll try to shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
This is a commandment. These are three commandments that we have to keep, man. Right? You shall not steal. What is stealing? When you pick off of the tree, right? And you don't take the fruit that fell.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? That's stealing, right? So they on to something, but hey man, if a brother want to get some of your fruit off of your tree, man, it should be a blessing for you to be able to let him get some fruit off of your tree nowadays, right? But in these days, it would be stealing if you took the fruit off of the tree without asking,
Mm-hmm.
right? Neither deal falsely, right? So you can't say I'm gonna give you this, or you could get that. Go ahead and take it off my tree, and then you shoot me, or you say he stole my fruit,
Con.
right? And then it says neither lie one to another, because you could lie and say I didn't tell him he could get that fruit off my tree,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now you're lying, right? So all this has everything to do with what we just read, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's read.
And you shall not swear by my name falsely, neither
Uh-huh.
shall thou profane the name of thy power. I am Yahweh.
I am Yahweh, man. Right? So you don't want to say on Yahweh, I'm doing this or I'm gonna do this, man. Right? And you don't do it, right? And that's why it says neither shall thou profane the name of Yahweh, man. Right? Because you'll say I put that on Yahweh, that I would do such and such and such and such. And then you don't do it, and now you profaned his name. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob
Uh-huh.
him.
Uh-huh. Hold on.
Con.
Well, it says, "Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor," man. I mean, hold back your hand, man. Help your neighbor when he need help, man. Right? You don't want to defraud him, man. Right? Oppressor, defraud, wrong, deceive, deceitfully gotten,
Mm.
oppression, drink up, violence, to press upon, right? To oppress, violate, defraud, do violence, get deceitfully wrong, exhort. That's crazy. So your
Mm-hmm.
neighbor, you don't even want to do violence to. Some people, you just want to smack the shit out of them. You know what I mean? Salak you for my language, right? But you just want to do them up, man. But you can't
Con.
because that's your neighbor. You know, damn. To be exploited, right? To be crushed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says you don't want to defraud your neighbor. You don't want to. If your neighbor asks for a handout, bro, he asks you for something, or he humble himself to get help from you. You don't want to tell him no, right? Because when you do that, guess what? You're robbing God, man. He said, Yahweh Shah said, get that precept, man. Yahweh Shah said, he said, I've asked for food, and thou have not fed me. I suffer from thirst, and thou hast not given me anything to drink. I asked for clothes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Con, go grab that for me, man. Say I asked for clothes, and thou hast not clothed me. Right? And he's talking about the poor, man. Where it's at? I know it's in Matthew.
Yeah, it's Matthew. I got it right here.
What is it?
Matthew 25 and 42.
Let me get that for the people. Lord ain't playing, man. Go ahead.
Matthew 25 and 42. For I was hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not.
Damn.
Then shall they also.
Hey, man, this cold-blooded, man. He brought you straight back to the law, man. Said I was hungry. Man, hey, my bad. It's in my spirit to do this. Read it again, bro, from the top.
Yeah, from the top.
Man, read it again, man.
Verse 42. For I was hungered, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not.
Go ahead.
Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not one of the least of these, Salakia.
Read it again from the top.
From 42?
No.
45?
Yeah.
Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
Man. So he said, all this that I'm talking about, it said, and did not minister unto thee, right? He's saying, hey, man, this is what the other person he's talking to, right? Said, when did I see you, right? Let me read it from here. Then shall thou also answer him, saying, Lord, out of one, when saw we thee in hunger, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and didst not minister unto thee? Right? And didst not help thee, right? And he said, then shall he answer them, right? Then Salakia, then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, right? Talking about the people that this is happening to, right? Ye did it not to me, and these things shall go away into everlasting punishment. So you got a choice, man. You could correct yourself and help these people that's in need, that's hungered, athirst, strangers, naked, sick, in prison. You could correct your ways and minister and help these people, right? But in righteousness until everlasting. Or you could so you can not help them, or you can help them, but either way, you're either gonna get everlasting what? Punishment, or everlasting what? Righteous, right? Unto eternal life, man. So this is a big thing, man, right? And it all stems from the law, right? It all stems from the law. I know it's almost your time to get out of here. I
It's too
really,
wild. Going
I
through it.
really wish you had more time. Be with a brother. But I need assistance. All right. Where we at in 19? 12,
10, 11, 12, 13.
13. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor to rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Con, don't hold the payment, man. Oh, I get it to you. I'll get it to you in the morning. But you told him, hey man, you want to earn $250? Come help me over here. I need the help. You feel what I'm saying? And then you hire him, and then you're like, oh, my bad. The guy that we was working for, he didn't pay me tonight, so I'm gonna have to pay it to you tomorrow. The Lord is telling you not to be like that. If you got 250 in your pocket, you need to pay him, and then when you get paid tomorrow, you get that 250 back. Right? Read it again.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Because that'll make a brother rob you, man. That'll make a brother rob you, man. He hurting. You ask him to help you with something. He already had plans to do something with those wages. And when you don't give it to him in that timely flat fashion, he feel robbed. Right? He feel like you playing with his emotions. Right? Even if you really thought that you was going to get paid that day, if you offer somebody some money to help you, make sure you have that money, man. So you don't have to break this law, this commandment. That's deep. Cause I done felt like that, man. Where I was like, man, look, we're gonna have to get it up in blood. Then you're gonna have to pay me.
Man.
You know what I mean? You gotta pay me, man. I don't care what you pay me in. You gonna have to pay me, right? And you don't want your brother to feel like that. So you always, when you ask somebody to help you with something, make sure you have that money so you can give it to them, and you don't have to hold it until the morning, right? That's deep. All right, go ahead.
Verse 15. Thou shalt not curse the death, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shalt fear thy power. I am Yahweh.
So the people that don't want to hear this truth, hey man, don't put a curse on them, right? And the people that are blind and just can't figure it out, right? Don't put a stumbling block in front of them, man. Be compassionate, right? Teach them a little bit longer. Stay out there a couple hours longer, man. You know, continue to beat down that stronghold, so that way he can open his eyes. That way that person could open his eyes, right? And this person could open their ears. But in a more in a lawly aspect of what it's talking about right now, just because somebody can't hear or see, right? Don't jam them up. One second.
Can you give me that bottle? The one on the dresser. Oh yeah, it's the water in there? Yeah, kind of. Like,
Go ahead and read.
kind of. Hold on, I'll drink some water.
All right, come on. I don't know why they knocked on the door, man.
Verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
So it's letting you know that this This was leading up to how we get it in the New Testament, right? Curse the the deaf, or put a stumbling block before the blind. This is how he sums it up, right? Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, right? Um, so we need to be correcting these people, man, regardless of if they deaf, if they blind. We need to correct them and open up their eyes and open up their ears, man. You know, respect not the person of the poor, right? Neither honor the person of the mighty, man. Because and I butchered that just now. Let me read it exactly. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, right? Because when you do that, hey man, you're gonna let them be deaf, man. You're gonna let them not hear, man. You're gonna allow them, right, not to see. So you want to be able to correct all those people, man, so that way you can open their ears and open their eyes, right? Plain and simple. I'm just gonna try to keep it plain, because I still think that might have been confusing for somebody out there. But to us that's in this truth, we know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor, man. In the law shall you judge your neighbor, man. Right? Psalms 142 and 119, right? Or 118.
That going to all these people, all these brothers out here that be like, only God could judge me. Scripture just told you, man. Judge in righteousness, man. Judge your neighbor in righteousness.
So you could open up his eyes, man, and open up his ears, man. Right? And Shabbat Shalom, man, to all the brothers in the chat, man. Everybody that was active. Salakia, I'm not good with that. That's Captain Khalil's duty, you know, to salute all you brothers, man, and stay in the chat. I'm trying to be all that I could be while Captain Khalil is absent. Right? Because he's the one that does all that. All right, now let's go.
16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer, Salakia, as a talebearer among thy people. Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh.
So when your neighbor is going through something, right, and you know that it's going to require blood of him, and somebody is telling on him, right, to get him killed, don't stand against that blood, man. Stand for that blood. Hey, no, he didn't do that. You know, this is how that really went down, right? Because you have people that'll do this, man, go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, right? And that means that they will go and spread gossip up and down the street, right? And then get this man killed. Oh, I heard Netanyahu was with Kwame Rib, man. You know, I saw them come out of that same house, right? Not knowing that you had to go drop off a pie that your rib made to Kwame wife. Right? But because she said, come on in, come have a glass of water right quick before you get back on your way. They only saw the last part of it, so they said, oh, he committed adultery. Right? So somebody who ever saw it needs to not stand against the blood of thy neighbor and go tell them, no, look, this is what happened. I saw them bring in the pie, right? Go ahead.
17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
And we know what that means, right? If you let your brother do what he do and you don't tell him nothing, like I'm gonna bring it back to this. I had to tell my homosexual brother that was wrong. He needed to repent, and I had to give him precepts. And it took a lot out of me, man, to do that, man. Like I waited 2 days, bro. Like I waited 2 days because it hurt so bad that I gotta bring my brother to these scriptures. And I know he don't even believe in the scriptures. You know what I mean? So now I got to bring him to these scriptures. You can ask Tama'ah and rebuke him because the Lord told me to. You feel what I'm saying? But I know it won't do no good. You feel what I'm saying? But you never know. The Lord woke up a filthy wretch like me, so he could also wake up a filthy wretch like my brother. You know what I mean? So you never know. But it was hard, man, because I knew he wouldn't accept it. You know what I mean? So we got to do it, right? We got to rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So, hey, man, he didn't correct his ways, but Ezekiel 3 and 17 to 21, man, tells me that I'm okay, right? And all brothers and sisters need to act in such a manner, man, even when it's hard, man. Rebuke your neighbor, man. Rebuke your mom. Rebuke your sister. Rebuke your brother. Rebuke your best friend. Rebuke the person at your job, right? And tell them that they're supposed to be not eating pork, man, when they go to put that pizza in their mouth. And if they still eat that pizza, that blood is on their hand, man.
I just told my mom about her idols the other day, man. And she like, your grandma gave them to me. That was a gift. But I didn't think to bring out that whoso loveth their mother more than me, or whoso loveth their child more than me, don't deserve me. I was like, damn, I should have brought that out when I was there.
Yeah, and you should have brought out a gift destroyed the heart. Because just because there's a gift don't mean that it's a righteous thing, man. They gave you a gift of devils, man, a gift of demons. They gave you a demon for a gift, man, and you just gonna accept it and let it sit in your house? Let somebody give me a cross. I don't give a fuck if it's my grandfather, and he about to die. I don't give a damn who it is, man. If it's against the laws of the Most High, man, hey, you can keep it or I'm throwing it away. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Hold on. Because we always want to get it up in blood with our people, man. We always want to go to throwing blows. Right? Go ahead. What they say?
Avenge. Vengeance. Revenge.
Right? Right?
Take. Avenger. Punished.
That's the big one.
Man.
Right? Man. And then it says, surely, right? And read this for me out.
To avenge. Take vengeance. Revenge. Avenge oneself. Be avenged. Be punished.
Man. Right? And then it says, look, check this out. It says to entertain revengeful feelings.
Man, even feel like you want to take revenge, man.
Man, it says to basically to have those feelings, man. It says shall not even have those feelings of revenge, man. Go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh.
If you wouldn't punch yourself in the face, don't punch your neighbor in the face. Now, I'm stupid. I punch myself in the face, so watch out, neighbor. Go ahead.
Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed.
So you don't want to mix seeds together. I'm gonna throw apple, whatever springs up. I'm gonna put apple, jalapenos, and bell peppers together in one little bunch, and I'm gonna see what grows out of it. No, the Lord said not to do that. Right, go ahead.
Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee.
And that's the law. That's why we say 100% what?
100% anything. Cotton mostly though, but yeah.
Polyester, wool, linen, everything got to be 100%, man. Because it said not to mingle it. right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's check this out right quick. What you think this talking about? It says, "Thou shalt not let cattle gender with diverse kind."
Like mixing breeds, mixed breeding them with different.
There you go, my brother's on it, right? It says, "Let not thy cattle, right, gender." I had to look this up, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No liger. No lion mixed with tiger.
Uh-huh.
Right? To lie, stretch out, lie down, right? Uh-huh. 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 Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. I ain't even gonna read it. Y'all see it. I'm pretty sure y'all can read. Yeah. Yeah, that part. Right? That part right there. Right? Two kinds, mixture, forbidden practice among candle, crossbreeding, seed
Done.
sowing, and clothed garment material. Hey, forbidden practices, man.
Done.
Right? If you have a wolf, let a wolf mate with a wolf, man. If you got a pit bull, let a pit bull mix with a pit bull, man. If you got a bulldog, let the bulldog mix with the bulldog. A shih tzu, let it mix with a shih tzu, man. Right? Try not to mix those breeds, man. Right? It's still a dog, but they dogs made for certain things, man. Don't mix your breeds, man.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And you don't want a damn goat trying to pluck a sheep, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want a damn lion trying to bang up a tiger, man.
Yeah.
Just like we don't want Israel banging up the heathen.
Done.
You know what I mean? All right, now where we at?
20.
Well, yep, let's do it.
And whosoever lieth carnally with the woman that is a bondmaid, betrothed to a husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death because she was not free.
Now that could be confusing, so I had to look that up too. It says she shall be scourged and not put to death, but scourged sound like she's gonna be put to death.
Done.
So what is it? All right, she's not gonna be put to death. It's gonna be put to death. What's the dealio? Feel me. Scourged. There we go. Bam. All right.
Strong's H 1244. Bekoreth. Bekoreth.
Right. Punished after judicial inquiry. Right. Compensation. Hey man, there's a judgment that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But as a man, if you lay down with a woman, right, you need to pay that you need to pay to have her redeemed. Right. It says, and whosoever lied carnally with a woman, meaning you just went off of your lust and you beguiled this woman and you jammed her up, right? That is a bondmaid betrothed to an husband, right? That is a bondmaid, meaning she was bought with money, right? Betrothed to a husband, or she could be betrothed to a husband, but she's not. The marriage is not consummated yet, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her. So if she was not at all redeemed, meaning she didn't do the whole thing, she's not fully married to this husband, right? Nor freedom given to her, meaning the bondmaid is still a bondmaid, right? She shall be scourged, right? She shall be punished, because she should have knew better. She should have kept her flower
Mhm.
sound. Right? She's gonna be beat up. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be punished, scourged, right? They shall not be put to death. So the man gonna have to get beat up too, right?
Mhm.
Because she was not free. She was not free from what? Being betrothed, and she was still a bondmaid,
Mhm.
right? So that was somebody else's possession. Right, go ahead.
21. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto Yahweh, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, even a
Mm-hmm.
ram for a trespass offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before Yahweh for his sin which he had done.
All right, Salakia, I said that he gonna be scourged too, but the Lord had more compassion on the man, and he had to bring forth offering for a sin offering, right? He had to bring forth an offering. He didn't he scourged the man in a different way, man. Told him to come bring a he dug into the brother pockets, right?
Mhm.
Instead of beating him. You know what I mean? But she shall be scourged. Right? Go ahead.
And the sin which he had done shall be forgiven him.
Man, all praises, all praises to the Most High, man,
Man,
for his leniency, man, on the man. Damn,
man.
shit. So I guess, hold on, let me see. So I guess what happened was, right? She must have enticed him. You feel what I'm saying? Cause there's a law where when you lie with a woman that's betrothed unto a husband, right? You have to pay that dowry. You know, you have to pay that dowry.
Mhm.
But right here, right, and not at all redeemed, right? Redeemed meaning that she's not a bondmaid anymore, right? So you paid for her to not be that bondmaid, right? Nor freedom given to her. All right, hold on. Redeemed would be for the husband, right? Nor freedom given to her would be the bondmaid. So yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So, but
they was both wrong though.
yeah, they was definitely both wrong, but I think she might have enticed him on her. I might be being carnal, right? Like this word right here. But it just seemed like because when you go into the you go into the wilderness and you entice a woman that's betrothed, you got to pay that dowry, and right here it says it's a sin. So
Mhm.
um it's probably for a heathen woman. It's probably for a heathen woman. It's not a Israelite woman. That's the only other thing it could be, because if it's
Because it do say sin, it say trespass and sin offering.
yeah,
Mhm.
or if it was if it was an Israelite woman, you would have to endow her to be your wife,
Mhm.
right? Because that's what the law say. All right, go ahead. But that law, Salakia, before you go ahead, that law came later on too, though. That's the second law. That's in Deuteronomy.
Con.
So it could be an Israelite woman. And the second law just made it even, you know what I mean?
Even
Made it
more
like,
like, all right.
yeah, like you're gonna have to redeem this woman.
Mhm.
All right, let's keep going.
Con. Verse 23. And when ye shall come into the land, and shall have planted all manner of trees for food, then ye shall count the fruit thereof as uncircumcised. 3 years shall it be uncircumcised unto you, it shall not be eaten of.
Man, so your tree had to be fully grown. Just like you can't sleep with a woman that's under 20, right? She has to be fully grown,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the same thing with a man, he can't sleep with nobody till he's 20. because he has to be fully grown. So the tree to be eaten thereof, to be eaten of from the Israelites, the tree have to be 3 years old, right? And in that 4th year, read.
But in the 4th year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise Yahweh withal.
To make wine, to make soaps, right? Is worthy. All right, go ahead.
And in the 5th year shall ye eat of the fruit thereof, that it may yield unto you the increase thereof. I am Yahweh your power.
Damn, okay. Shit.
Now you can't even eat it into the 5th year.
Man, that's crazy. It said, but in the 4th year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise Yahweh withal. That's deep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's a year, that's a year where it seems like, bro, where you don't even want to touch the tree, you don't even want to pick up the fruit. You feel what I'm saying? You kind of just want to let that thing do what it do, and then in the 5th year, you come back, clean it up, gather all the fruit. You feel what I'm saying? Throw all the bad fruit away, and then you can eat of the tree finally. But this one is what that one is what messed me up, man. Because when that brother in the book of Joshua, he said, hey man, whatever come out of the door of my house, it is thine. You feel what I'm saying? When she was the Lord's, man, she was dead. You feel what I'm saying? And for 2 months she went, praise up and down the mountain or whatever, but she was separate unto the Lord, and she was a virgin. You feel what I'm saying? Unto the Lord. So, but in the 5th year you shall eat of it. Damn. Okay. And you shall pick it up and make wine and everything else in the 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, go ahead.
26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe times.
Okay, so but isn't Issacharites don't Issacharites observe time? So I had to look it up, man, because I'm like, hold on, that ain't right. Something ain't right. Right? This is talking about familiar spirits. This is talking about familiar spirits, man.
I was just thinking the same thing when I read it. I was like,
Strong's H 6049.
Knowledge at the time.
Anan.
Yeah, for real.
Strong's H 6004. Strong's H 6049. Anan. Anan.
Con. Right? Observer of times. That's not what it is. A soothsayer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorceress. Enchanter.
Con.
To make appear. Produce. Bring clouds. To practice soothsaying. Conjure. Right? It's talking about people that's dealing with familiar spirits, man. Right? To observe times, practice soothsaying or spiritism. Right? Those damn tarot readers.
Con.
Or magic, right? Magicians. Or damn, what is that? Say that word.
Augury?
Okay, you struggling too.
One of those, yeah, we both struggling with that.
I would have said it the same way. Augury, right? Or witchcraft. Soothsayer, enchanter, sorceress, diviner, right? Meaning to call spirits.
Con.
Right? Fortune teller. Damn, they make it simple. Barbarian. a medium, right? So when you look it up on Bible Hub, man, it lets you know, man, it's a medium, man, a medium, right? Man. Somebody who who gives you a word from the dead, man.
Eve loved that too, man.
Eve loved that shit.
Love that shit, man. Talk about calling on the ancestors.
Man. It was wicked. Just wicked, man. So that's what it's talking about when it says observer of time, because Issachar is observer of time. So
Yeah.
now we know that that's talking about a medium, the people that use enchantments, diviner, right? Somebody who calls spirits, right? That's what that's talking about. Read it again, and this is why we don't need to deal with anything with the blood, because people use that on the left hand side to deal with Satan and worship Satan.
God.
Right? Go ahead.
Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe times.
Go ahead.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Let's go into it. This jammed me up, man. This got me scared to shave now. You feel what I'm saying? Got me scared to trim my shape my beard. You know what I mean? Watch this. Watch this, bro. This is crazy. Compass, go round about, go about, compass, destroy, down, and close. Look at that.
Just strike off.
Look,
Sheesh.
look at
That
that.
mean you're not even gonna get haircut no more, man.
Man, look at that. Look.
Man.
Look at this shit, man. Look at that. Go around, surround, compass, enclose, to make the round, complete circuit, to make round, cut, to round off, right? This thing said to strike off, to strike off skin, right? So it's either you strike it and the skin come off, you know what I mean? Probably some custom that they had back then, you know, to go around, bro. That's even just a little touch up the loose hairs, right? To compass, to compass, right? That's the border. That's just a touch up, right? I looked at that, man. I said, man, we straggling the fence, man. Us brothers
Yeah.
that shape our beards and, you know, get the little just a kind of touch up, man. You know,
I've been getting the fade, but now I don't even want to get a fade no more.
exactly. That make you not even want to get a fade. I said the same thing, because I thought about getting my little beard touched up, my right here at the edges, get my little shape up. Man, I don't even want to do that, bro.
Man, better safe than sorry, man.
Man, it said hey man, the Lord said He wants you to be a Hebrew of Hebrews, man.
Man.
Watch this, bro. Man, this thing, I'm telling you, bro, once I went into
Strong's
it,
H 7843. Shachath.
when I went into it, I said, damn, man, to destroy, corrupt. If you do anything to it, you corrupting it.
Man.
To go to ruin, decay. Decay, that means you cut some off from the root. To be married, to be spoiled, to be corrupt, right? To be corrupted, to be corrupt, to be injured, to be ruined, to be rotted, to spoil, to pervert.
Man.
Damn.
To ruin.
Corruptly, man. I went through this and I was cut, man. I went through this. I was cut. I was good with letting everybody else break it down and not go into this, man. Once I went into it, man, I was cut. It looked like the scriptures say you're not supposed to line yourself up, man.
Just gotta let that thing be, man.
I'm gonna let that sink into for some of y'all, man. Cause I beat myself up, man, the other day going through this, and I still ended up shaping up shaping up my beard, man. But hey, man, we cutting it close. We cutting it close, man. With us with these shape ups, these little shape ups, these little just touch the tip of the hair, don't cut into it, just the tip, just a little outside the wild hair. That ain't what the scriptures say. The scriptures say, "Let it grow how it grow." Damn. All right, let's read. If you gotta go, you can go ahead.
Nah, we can keep going. I'll go to 11.
All right, come. Go ahead.
This next part, man. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh.
And it said, nor print any marks upon you. Let's get this word print.
God. Jake's love to flip this script, man.
Yeah, the cuttings for the dead is different than what it's talking about when it's talking about print.
God.
Right? It says to give, to set, to put, to give, bestow, grant, permit, ascribe, employ, devote, consecrate, dedicate. When you tattoo something on you, what do? You dedicate it. Right? Sell, exchange, lend, entrust. I got tattoos because I entrusted in the things that I got tattoos of. Right? To put upon, set. Put upon, set, appointed, assigned, design. The Salakia, designate. Right? To make. I want it right here. Put it right here. Right? Constitute. It says to make. What you do with a tattoo?
Make it.
You make it. Right? Be afflicted.
Be published.
God. I had a dream that I got another tattoo, man. I keep having it was two dreams. It was the same dream. I had a dream that I got two tattoos, something right here on my hand, right, and then something to fill in my back arm right here. It was on the back arm coming right here, and I said the same thing. I said I was drunk, and I ended up getting a tattoo. These tattoos. Right, and it was new tattoos. I had the ones I have already, but it was new tattoos, man. I had this dream again last night, right? But I had it a while back, like some months ago. That same dream, not the same exact dream, but in that same context of me getting drunk and having and getting tattoos, right? But like I said, to what you said, it said to be what?
Published.
It said to be published. That means for everybody to see.
Man, I'll be waking up when I be having dreams like that where I'll be doing something wrong. I'll be like, man, I need to start controlling my subconscious mind, man.
Yeah.
Now, even in my sleep, I'm gonna be like, no, get that shit away from me.
Nah, man. And then my first one, I was actually in while I was drunk. I was there, you know. I was seeing myself get the tattoo, and then supposedly I woke up the next day and I didn't remember what happened when I was drunk, and I woke up and said, yeah. So it was like a whole thing,
man.
You know, it was like a whole thing. Okay, no cutting in the flesh for the dead. You understand? You could get cuts in your flesh on accident. It's just an accident. But if somebody died, don't cut yourself for them, right? Don't afflict your soul by cutting yourself because you're going through something and you feel like dying, you know, or somebody's sick and you don't know how to deal with it. No, just cutting yourself for any old thing.
Or even like a war mark. I got 3 kills, 3 marks.
Yeah, don't do that. That's the custom of the heathen. Go ahead.
Verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. You shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. Oh, Salakia. I didn't even know he left, stepped away.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to go into that a little bit before I keep going?
It sounds like you want me to. Go ahead.
Well, I got to 31. I didn't know if you want me to keep going.
Yeah, start at 29 one more time.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
Go to Titus 2 and 4.
This is Titus chapter 2, verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of obedient to their own husbands. Obedient to their own husbands. That the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed.
Read on.
Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
Why? Because we have to teach our women, so our women will be able to teach our children. Right? Go to 9.
Verse 9. Exhort servants to be obedient unto their own masters and to
so
please.
Make sure you're exhorting your wife to be obedient unto you, right? You're exhorting your brothers to be obedient unto the Lord, right? And you're exhorting your kids to be obedient unto their mom, right? Go ahead.
And to please them well in all things, not answering again.
Meaning not talking back, right? Just listen, just do it, right? Like we got to do for the Lord and just do it. You just do it. The kids just do it, right? Go ahead.
Not purloining, but showing all good fidelity, that they may adorn the doctrine of Yahweh our Savior in all things.
In all things, right?
Let's
go get this word.
Yeah, I need that one.
Strong's G 3557. Nasfidzo.
Separate, set apart, divide, right? Purloin, embezzle, withdraw, covertly, covertly, right? And appropriate to one's own use. That's what it's really talking about. All right. That's that word. Now we need this other word, right? Fidelity. Because we know we got infidelity, right? And then we have fidelity. Right.
Strong's G 4102. Pistis,
right? Faith, assurance, belief, right? The conviction of the truth of anything, belief in the NT of conviction or belief respecting man's relationship to God and divine things. Man. Generally with the included idea of trust and holy fervor, born of faith and joined with it, right? Relating to God. Talking about conviction of the truth, right? Respecting man's relation. All right, let's read it again. Relation to God. All right, reverse. That was 10, right?
Yeah, 10.
Read 10 again.
Salakia, I was about to sneeze.
Nah, it's all good, man. I know you going through it, man. Hanging in there.
Not purloining, but showing all good fidelity, that they may
Uh-huh.
adorn the doctrine of Yahweh our Savior in all things.
So fidelity is respect and faith, right? Showing all good respect and faith and belief, right? Not prolonging, right? And so that's why we got to do what we do, as in teaching the wife to teach the children, so that way our whole house is raised up in righteousness.
Kind
All right. Yeah. I gotta deal with these things. These kids are something, man. All right, so we was on 29, right?
we on 30 now.
So we got to make sure to raise up our daughters to not be whores, meaning we dress them modestly. We make sure that they know how to clean, cook, right, smell good, take baths, right. We tell them that they're beautiful, that any man that gets with them should be deserving of them. You know, we raise them up to care about their bodies. You know, we raise them up to care about how they look, how they show themselves to be perceived. We
Mm-hmm.
we make them to know that they're princesses and not just girls. You know, we let them know we're here to let them know that they need to be in a rulership mentality and not in that type of pawn, a pawn or a bad servant type of mentality, because
Mm-hmm.
we're all supposed to be servants, but you don't want them to think that they just, in a lower state, right? You want to exhort them and let them know that they are princesses and queens. They're a princess waiting to become queen next to their ruler, which is their husband, not somebody that want to give their body away to a light man, just like we need not to give our body away to a light woman. All right, so go ahead, Ak, when you get a chance.
Verse 30, ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh.
Hey, do me a favor. Take over right quick,
Con,
so I could get this child in order.
con. Verse 31. Let me see. Can I get on a blue letter too? I'll just pull it on my phone. Get that blue letter open.
Like, you can't use the screen.
Yeah,
So
I'm about to just pull the blue letter on my phone or the strong.
yeah, come.
I gotta go up into it. We in Leviticus 19 and 30. Pass it up. Salakia Israel. Got you right now. All right. So it says, ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. Right. So the Sabbaths, man, it's not just Saturday. He sanctifies certain days to be his Sabbaths, man. So we have to reverence all of those. Let's get into that word reverence, right? We have to affirm a right? Fearful, reverence, fear, afraid, terrible, dreadful, reverence, right? So we have to reverence his sanctuary, man. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am Yahweh, your power. Right? So that's the same thing we was getting to earlier about all these the witchcraft and all that, man. But familiar spirits, man, we can't seek after them, man. Don't even regard them, man. Don't seek after wizards, man, and witches to teach you or nothing like that, man. They're gonna defile you. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man and fear thy God. I am Yahweh. Let's see what that hoary hoary head is, right? Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head. Before the hoary head. Old age, be gray. Gray, right? Hoary head, gray-headed, right? So thou shalt rise up before the gray-headed and honor the face of the old man, right? And fear thy power. I am Yahweh. Right? So we got to honor our elders, man. And if a stranger sojourn with thee in your land, you shall not vex him. You shall not vex. Let me see. So if a stranger, right, meaning your brother that's not from your land, right, but he's still Israel, right? He's sojourning your land. You shall not vex him, right? Vex. Let's get into that word vex. That's Strong's H3238, going into Yana, right? It's to oppress, vex, destroy, oppressor, proud, do wrong, oppression, thrust out, right? So you're not about to do your stranger wrong, man. You're not about to try to oppress him or do any wrongdoing to him, because he's a stranger in your land, but he's still your brother, man. He's still your people. But the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you, right? So even though he wasn't born among you, he's still Israel. That's still your people. So he's still going to be to you as if he was born among you. And thou shalt love him as thyself. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your power. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in
Hey,
weight.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
So you know what's cold?
What happened?
What precept that was you read before you went into the next one?
The stranger that sojourned with thee, 33.
Look what it said. It said, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Con.
That ye is you and him. Right? It's not talking about because you was a stranger in Egypt, you want to treat the strangers good. That's not what it's talking about. Look at this. And I just realized this just now through the Spirit, right? That's what it was talking about. Watch this. It said, but the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you, and thou shalt love him as thyself. We don't have to love the other strangers, the nations, as they were ourselves, right? And it says, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Y'all were strangers in the land of Egypt together. Right? It's not talking about no new strangers or because you was a stranger under the Egyptians. That's not what it's talking about. It said you were strangers, for ye, both of you guys, were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh thy power. That's deep, bro.
That's deep, man.
I just saw that shit, man. I mean, Salaki, I just saw that stuff, man. When you was reading it, I was like the brother in the spirit, the way he read that.
When you reading it like that, yeah,
man,
you get the full understanding.
Go ahead.
You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Let's get that word meat yard, because I don't know what that is, man.
Hey, brother, seeing you study on the
on the lesson, man. So that word meat yard, right? I'm in the Strongs. The brother was in the blue letter. I don't got that on my phone though, so I'm in the Strongs, man. Judgment and meat yard, right? We're gonna get that word meat yard. It goes into the Strong's H4060. I don't know if y'all can see it. Right. So that goes into height, measure, piece, stature, size, meat yard. So it's like a measurement, man. Right? In weight or in measure. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have I am Yahweh your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe all my statutes and all my judgments and do them. I am Yahweh. Right? So we have to do everything that he tells us, man. All his laws, statutes, judgments, commandments. We got to do it all, man. And that's closing out the chapter. All we read, we will hear and do.
All that we read, we do and hear.
But yeah, I'm hey, call me real quick though, because I got a question I want to ask it on live.
Mm-hmm. Salakia Israel, I had a malfunction, right? But let's get back into it. Let's get back into this thing, man. Bro, this thing is tripping, man. All right. Give me a second, Yasharala. Let me get this stuff back together. I don't know what happened. My computer tripping. All right. Nah, let's get it. Leviticus chapter 20, right? This is our last chapter, and then we're going to get into the prophets, right? And it reads, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Again thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourn in the land, Salakia, that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones." Right? So if you still down and you doing that same stuff that y'all was doing in that land, right? And you sacrificing your seed unto Molech, right? Casting your kids into the fire, right? And for me, right, like I said earlier, man, when when you pleasing yourself, man, you might as well be sacrificing that kid unto Molech, man. So y'all need not to be pleasing yourself like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you'll be casting your seed, man, unto Molech, man. Right? Not literally, but figuratively, man. You know, you want to keep the your seed sound, the flower of thine age sound, right? Like it tells us in Sirach, right? So it says, he shall be put to death, man. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. That way nobody else does that sin, man, or they know that you'll get stoned if you do that, right? Which is actually burning your baby in the fire and praising the name of that damn god Molech, right? And I will set my face against that man and will cut him off from among his people, because he that giveth his son, Salaki, giveth his seed unto Molech to defile my sanctuary and profane my holy name. Salaki, let me read that again. And I will set my face against that man and will cut him off from among his people, because he hath given of his seed unto Molech. Right? So yeah, man, like I said, make sure y'all not doing your own thing, man. You know, pleasing your own selves, man. To defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name. If the people of the land do anyways hide their eyes from the man when he giveth of his seed unto Molech, and kill him not, then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go a whoring after him to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people, right? So he gonna cut his seed off, him, everybody from among his people, so nobody don't sacrifice their seed unto Molech anymore, man. Right? Molech is a god of nothingness, man. Right? We have the true and living power that walks with us wherever we go and keeps us safe with every move that we make, man. So why would we sacrifice our children unto a God that mean nothing, right? Instead of sacrificing our children unto a power that means everything, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, right? We set up, now that we know the truth, right? And the truth has made us free, right? In our mind, then we know that we need to sacrifice our children unto the Lord, man. Like it says in the book of Exodus, chapter 13 and verse 13, man. Right? We need to redeem our children with that lamb, man. Who is that lamb? Yahweh Shah, right? And we need not to commit these sins anymore, man. Dealing with this damn, man, that's vexing, man. That's a vexation of heart and spirit, man. Right there, man. To know that our people was actually throwing their babies, their infants, right, inside the fire and sacrificing them unto Molech, man. That's off, right? Verse 6, and the soul that turneth after such have Salakia. And the soul that turneth after such as have a familiar spirit, and after wizards to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and will cut him off from among his people. And that's him or her, man. Right? You women need to get right, man, when it comes to this, man. Right? These damn zodiac signs, these damn stones, right? And these damn chakras and tarot cards and mediums. Y'all need to get out of that, man, because y'all making the whole nation of Israel look bad. And not only that, when one of us sin, we all sin. So y'all need to get righteous, man, so we could get up out of this kingdom, man. I'm sick of this kingdom, bro. I'm ready to live in righteousness. And y'all women has this bad, man. You women have this bad. Y'all always want to deal with some tarot card or some type of damn medium that's calling to familiar spirits. Right? Wake up. Wake up so we could get out of this kingdom, man. All right, verse 7. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, meaning separate yourself, right? Dedicate yourself, therefore, and be ye holy and be ye separate. For I, Yahweh thy power, right? For I am Yahweh thy power, Salakia. And ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am Yahweh, which sanctify you, which dedicate you, man, which consecrates you, man. Yahweh dedicated us unto him, man. Yahweh has consecrated us, the children of Israel, unto himself as being his holy and set apart people, right? His peculiar people, his special people unto himself, man. Y'all need to take honor in that, right? And continue to get better and wax stronger up in this truth, man. Because the Lord has chose you, dedicated you, and sanctified you unto himself, man. For everyone that curses his father or mother shall be surely put to death, man. If you put a curse on your mom or you put a curse on your dad, man, and you wish them to death, man, you got to be put to death, man. Right? He hath cursed his father or mother, his blood shall be upon him. Right? So, hey, man, when you die, bro, that sin is upon you, man. Right? And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, right? That's how men commit adultery, is with another man's wife, right? Even he that committeth adultery, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. And the man that lieth with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness, both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion. Right? You have wrought confusion, man. If your wife had a daughter before y'all got together and you lay with that daughter, that's confusion. Right? If your oh, Salakia, that's not what that one talking about. Okay, so if your son got him a wife, right? And if your son got him a wife and you lie with your son wife, hey man, your daughter-in-law, you and her got to be put to death, man. That's off, right? And it's the same way with your wife. If your wife had a daughter, right, before you got with her, and you lie with her, man, that's confusion, man. You don't want to do that. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, right? Both of them have committed an abomination, something that's disgusting, right? They shall surely be put to death, and their blood shall be upon them, right? So the Lord is trying to make sure the land stays clean from all these abominations, man. These abominations. And he's trying to make sure us as a people, the children of Israel, is staying clean from all those abominations, man. So that way we can inhabit the land and rule in righteousness, man. And if any man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. right? They shall be burnt with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you, right? And that's because you got two wives, and one wife is the daughter of the mother, man. You want to lie with the mother too, man. That's off, man. It's wickedness, right? All three of y'all gonna get knocked off, man. Right? That is not righteous. It's wickedness, right? If a man lie down with beast, he surely shall be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast, because the beast is defiled, man. Right? You got to kill that beast, man. That beast is defiled, man. Right? And if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Right? You got to kill them, or that blood is going to be upon you, man. If a man shall take his sister and his father's daughter or his mother's daughter, Salakia, I added something that wasn't supposed to be there. One more time. And if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, right? And they shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He hath uncovered his sister's nakedness. He shall bear his iniquity, right? Man. All right, and if Salakia, he shall bear his iniquity, right? What this thing is tripping. If a man lie with a woman having her sickness and shall uncover her nakedness, talking about on her cycle, right, or having an issue, come out of her flesh, and shall uncover her nakedness, he had discovered her fountain, and she had uncovered the fountain of her blood, and both of them shall be cut off from among their people. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor of thy father's sister, for he uncovereth his near to kin. So like his near kin, they shall bear their iniquity. If a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he hath uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sin and shall die childless. Man. And shall die childless. Right? And if any man shall take his brother's wife, it is an unclean thing. He hath uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless. Right? But if your brother die, you have to bear, and he don't bear seed with his wife, they don't have a child, then you have to take your brother's wife and give her seed, right? Because that's the law. And we'll get into that at some point. I believe it's in the second law. But yeah, you know, only if your brother die and have not a child with that woman, you got to give that woman seed, right? Because that's law. Ye shall, but while he liveth, and if they have kids, you can't, all right? Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and my judgments and do them, that the land, whether I bring you to dwell therein, spew you not out. like it did to the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, the Jebusites, right? We don't want that to happen to us. But it did spew us out because we got into the same wicked and vile things, right? That's why we're in America. That's why we're in London. That's why we're in Paris. That's why we're in France, right? That's why we're in Antarctica, right? That's why we're in all these different nations, is because the land spewed us out, because we was doing abominable in the land. Verse 23, and ye shall not walk in the manner of the nation, right, which I had cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhor them. I hate them with a righteous hatred, right? But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it to you. I'll give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am Yahweh, thy power, which have separated you from other people, right? Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean beasts, between unclean fowls and clean, and ye shall not make your souls abominable by beasts, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. Ye shall be holy. Shucks. Ye shall be holy, right? Ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine, right? A man also, or a woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them. All that Yahweh said and all that we read, we will do and hear. Right? All right, now it's time to get into Ezekiel. All right, we're going to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 1 to 19. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Wilt thou judge the bloody city? Yea, thou shalt show her all her abominations. Talking about the Israelites, right? We have to show our people all the abominations, so that way we could clean up our ways, man, and get up out of this dang hellhole, right? Let me get to the book of Ezekiel. Jeremiah. All right, Ezekiel 22. Salakia Israel, be patient. Be patient with me right quick. So we could show all her abominations, right? Like it says in the book of Revelation, right? 18 and 4, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye shall receive not of her plagues. Right? It's talking about coming out of the ways of these heathen nations, man. Right? And for us in Babylon the Great, coming out of the ways of Babylon the Great, man. Right? Because that's what's gonna get us jammed up. And we have to teach, right, what it says right here. Now in verse 2, this is the book of Ezekiel 22 and verse 2. Now thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Wilt thou judge the bloody city? The bloody city is the Israelites, man, because the Israelites don't know. They just Mr. and Mrs. right can't get right, man. All they do is spill blood, man. Right? All they do is spill blood, man. We got the highest murder rate amongst all the nations, man. Hispanics and blacks, right? The highest murder rate amongst all nations, man, right? Of killing one another. Yea, thou shalt show her all her abominations. So we show you your abominations because of Revelation 18:4, man. We got to come out of the ways of these heathen nations, man, because their ways are abominable, and we just sit here and do them like they're the right thing to do, man. But they're abominable ways, man. Eating catfish, eating shrimp, eating pork, man. You know, sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, man. Right? Every Christina, Angelina, and Jolie, man. Right? We can't do these things, man. That's abominations, man. And that's blood, right? That's blood that got to get spilled for that. Verse 3. Then say thou, thus saith Yahweh thy power, the city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, that her time may come and maketh idols against herself to defile her, man. Right? Let's go get that. Right? Because that's damn Northern Kingdom, man. Northern Kingdom got more idols than a little bit, man. You know, and Judah ain't no better, man. But I could tell you, man, Northern Kingdom is a lot worse, man, when it comes to these different idols. Right? And it reads, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 23. Neither shall thou defile themselves anymore with their idols, man. Talking about who? What's this? Verse 22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountain of Israel, and one king shall be and one shall be king to them all. Talking about Yahushua, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Right? Israel has always been going off, man. Right? Since the beginning, man. Right? Look, verse 21, and I say unto them, thus said Yahweh thy power, behold, I will make the children of Israel, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, right? That's how we defile ourselves, man, by being among the heathen, man. Whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them unto their own land, man, right? So Israel has been in all nations, man, becoming like the heathen, man, right? It's talking about Israel and Judah, but Israel, the northern kingdom, has always been the worst with these idols. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with any with their detestable things, man, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places by Hashem Yahushua, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God. So the Lord is cleansing us right now, man, the children of Israel, that's actually understanding that they are the children of Israel and cleaning up their ways, man. He cleaning us right now, man. So that way in the kingdom, he could clean us all up, man, right? He could dig deep down into that cup, man, and cleanse us all up, man, from the outside and the inside, right? By Hashem Yahushua. Go back into it. Then said thou, thus said Yahweh thy power, the city shedded blood in the midst of it. Right? Talking about this damn city Babylon, right? The city shedded blood in the midst of it, that her time may come, right? That the time of Babylon the Great shall come, man. Right? Because this land will have to be destroyed, man. Because according to Numbers 35 and 33, the only way to cleanse the land of the blood that is shed in the midst thereof, right, is by the blood of him that shed it, man. And the white man in America has shed much blood of the Native American, the Native Indians, so-called, right, the blacks and the Hispanics, man. It shed many of our bodies are laying under these damn cities, man, right? And maketh idols against herself to defile herself, man, right? Thou art become guilty in thy blood, and thou hast shed, right? And has defiled thyself in thine idols, which thou hast made. Right? And the Lord told us not to make any more idols, man. No more molding images, wood and stone. We don't want to make any of these things to be our God, man, to be our power, right? Because we have the one and only true power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And thou hast caused thy days to draw near, man. See, Babylon has caused thy days to draw near, but also the Israelites have, because these 2/3 gotta die, man, right? Because they were the same ones that vexed the Most High and Yahushua up in the wilderness, man, to where he wanted to kill them and make Moses a great nation, man, right? So it's talking about America, and on another fold, it's talking about those wicked Jakes, man, and Eves, right? And art come even unto thy years, man. Meaning, hey, that tree that we was reading about up in Leviticus has come to ripen, man. The 5 years is up. The 5 years is up, man. It's time for us to eat of that tree, man. Right? Therefore, I have made thee a reproach unto the heathen and a mocking stock unto all countries. Right? Let's go get that. Let's go get that. Book of Zechariah, chapter 2. Oh, that ain't right. It's Zephaniah. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, and verse 15. Right? This is the rejoicing city that dwelleth carelessly, right? Carelessly. That said in her heart, I am, right? It's talking about Babylon, right? So that's what she said. And then the Jake that followed this land and want America to be great again, they saying the same thing, right? And this and what did the devil say, man? The devilish city, Babylon the Great, I am, right? They are the most high, man. And there be none besides me. How is it she become a desolation, right? This land is becoming already. Look at the dollar, right? Look at the dollar. That's one aspect of it, man. But look how low they have stooped, man. How much in debt they is by every country, man. How low they have stooped, man. They're already becoming a desolation, right? But it's gonna come to a time where those missiles actually hit home, right? And it becomes a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in, man. And no more men is gonna be over here. It's only gonna be beasts in America, man. Right? Everyone that passeth her shall hiss and wag his hand. right? So this is talking about this nation, right? But we could also use, right? This is the city rejoicing. This is rejoicing city that dwelleth carelessly, man, carelessly, right? Israel is doing the same thing as the heathen, man. They dwelling carelessly, man. They doing whatever they want, right? And the Lord got something coming unto them, right? This is talking about uh these people though, right? It's talking about white folks in America, man, right? So, like I said, right, we have become a reproach among the heathen, man, right, as Israelites, and so has America. This great land, right, has become a laughing stock and a mocking unto the heathen too themselves, man. But we talking about Israel right now, right? Right? Thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself with in thine idols, which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near. Right? Talking about Esau and talking about wicked Jake, man. Right? And art come even unto thy years, where it's time to harvest, right? And it's time to glean, right? And it's time to clean up what has been defiled, man. Therefore, I have made thee a reproach unto the heathen and a mocking stock to all countries, man. Right? Hey, man, America is going down like hell in a handbasket, man. Like, 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 like somebody going to hell with gasoline draws on, man. It's going down, right? And America is now what? A mocking stock to all countries, man. And so are we as the children of Israel that's not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because we just down with these other countries, right? Those that be near and those that be far from thee shall mock thee, which are infamous and much vexed, man. Right? America and wicked Jake, man. Right? Because what? Behold, the princes of Israel, every one wear in thee to their power to shed blood, man. See? The princes of Israel, man. Right? Every one wear in thee to their power to shed blood, man. People just killing people for no reason, man. Look at the news. How many more Jays get killed by their own people than by the cops or than by white people, man? We just like to point them out when they kill us. But we not even going to the hood and talking to the brothers that's killing one another in the hood, man. Well, we kill each other exponentially higher than any other race or nationality of people, man. That's what we need to talk about, right? But we'll rather go and tell the heathen that they shouldn't be killing us, man. When we sitting here pulling the triggers at our own self, right? Shedding blood, killing innocent babies, man. No. All right. Verse 7. In thee have they set light by father and by mother. In the midst of thee have they dwelt by oppression. With the stranger in thee have they vexed the fatherless and the widow. All this is happening right here in America, man. In thee have they set light by thy father and thy mother, right? Meaning they exposing it, right? In the midst of thee have thy dwelt by oppression with the stranger, man, right? As much as we're getting oppressed, so is the stranger, man. Right? You see the white people in bad position, in bad predicaments too, man. Because the elites could give a damn, man, about anybody else but they self, man. Right? Thou hast despised mine holy things, talking to the Israelites, man, and the other nations, man, because they took our holy things, right, and they did all type of abominations unto it, man. When you read the first 4 chapters of First Maccabees, right, you'll see how they profaned everything, man, and has profaned my Sabbath days, right? We wanted to go right after the heathen, right, and we did what? We had to profane his Sabbath days, man. Let's go make a covenant with the heathen, because when we was with the heathen, right, everything was good, man. You know what I mean? And that's what the wicked of our people said, bro. Go read the book of First Maccabees, man, and Second Maccabees. But First Maccabees, the first 4 chapters, it'll tell you a lot about what we're reading into right now. I'm kind of gonna speed through it a little bit because I have a long drive. But let's go. Verse 9. In thee are men that carry tails to shed blood. All right. Tails is weapons, right? Weapons or armies, right? It could be a lot of different things. But tails is weapons, right? To shed blood. And in thee they eat up thine mountains, man. They eat up thine the nations, man. Right? And in thee they eat up the nations. In the midst of thee they commit lewdness. And what is lewd? What is lewdness? Right? Zemar.
Strong's H 2154. Zema.
Plan, device, wickedness, evil plan, mischievous purpose. Plan, purpose, evil device, wickedness, not chaste, incest, right? Licentiousness, idolatry, harlotry, right? There's all types of wickedness, and a lot of it is to do with evil sex acts, right? Lewdness is evil, wicked sexual acts, right? Thrusting of the hips, stripper pole dancing, right? All lewdness, shaking butt, all in the middle of the streets. That's all lewdness, right? And thee have discovered their father's nakedness, man, right? In thee have they humbled her that was set apart for pollution. Talking about the woman that was unclean, right? And there's folds to this, right? I'm not going to go into it, but there's folds to this, right? And one hath committed an abomination with his neighbor's wife, right? And another lewd defiled his daughter-in-law, right? The same laws that we were just talking about keeping, Israel have broken. And another in thee hath humbled his sister, right? Wickedness, right? Straight wickedness. That's the type of stuff that Esau be on. But when we follow after the heathen, we do it. His father's daughter, right? Indeed have they taken gifts to shed blood, man. Hey, man, I'll pay you. I'll pay you to knock them off, man. I'll give you $1 million to knock off his family, right? I'll give you 10 million to kill my mom. Thou hast taken usury and increase, right? Like the publicans in the New Testament, man. Right? The extortioners and the damn the people that's committing usuries against our people, man. And that's why Yahushua had to rebuke the publicans. All right. And thou hast greedingly gained of thy neighbors by extortion. That's why he was getting on the Levites and the publicans, man, because they was using extortion, right, on our people. And has forgiven me, said Yahweh thy power. Oh, Salakia, and hath forgotten me, right? Says Yahweh thy power, meaning you have forgotten the laws that he have set, right? And we all have forgotten the law. We all have forgotten the Lord, man, and that's why he bring us into his remembrance, right? By giving us the Holy Spirit and opening our eyes to what we have not seen while we was in the world, man. Right? But now we are remembering the Lord and we're keeping his commandments in a land that we have been brought captive, like the scriptures say. Right? Behold, therefore, I have smitten my hand at thy dishonest gain which thou hast made. Damn, that's cut. And have thy blood which have been in the midst of thee. And at thy blood, let me read this again. Behold, therefore, I have smitten my hand at thy dishonest gain, right? Meaning you breaking the law, statutes, and commandments to gain money or stuff that could be monetized within this world, right? Which thou hast made, and at thy blood, which have been in the midst of thee, right? Talking about your family, the people that's been going off and you haven't corrected them, right? Can thine heart endure? Can your mind endure? Or can thine hands be strong? Are you going to continue to put in the work for the Lord? Right? Are you going to continue to do the works of the law? Right? In the days that I shall deal with thee, I, Yahweh, have spoken it. I will do it. Right? He asking you a question. Can thine heart endure? Or can thine hands be strong in the days that I shall deal with thee? I, Yahweh, have spoken it, and I will do it. So what I told you I'm gonna do it, man. What he told you in the law, kill you, right? Stone you, right? Get rid of you. He gonna do it, man. But will he accept us back unto his marvelous light? Yes. Right? Calm. Verse 15, and I will scatter thee among the heathen and disperse thee in the countries, and will consume thy filthiness out of thee. Right. So that's the mission right now, man. It's for us to allow the Lord to come into us and clean us up, man. Right. And make us holy, man. Make us separate unto himself. Right. And he's talking about the whole body too. He's talking about the body of Israelites, right? He said, and I will consume, right? I will destroy thy filthiness out of thee. Talking about the wicked of our nation, right? But if we want to keep it solidary unto ourselves, man, it's talking about that nastiness, that wicked man that we are, man, that we repented from, man. It destroyed that, right? All things have become new, said the Lord. And thou shalt take thine inheritance in thyself in the sight of the heathen, and thou shalt know I am Yahweh. Right? And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel is to become dross, right? Dirty, right? Dirt. Son of man, the house of Israel is to become dross. All they are brass, right? And tint and iron and lead, filthy metals, man. When we supposed to be gold and silver, man, right? And lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. So you have to, for silver to be clean and pure, you have to get the dross out of the silver, man. And the dross is impurities, man. The dross is sin, right? The salt, the dross is a form of neglect, man. right? Neglecting the scriptures, man, neglecting the Lord, man, neglecting your children, right? Not being all that you could be as a son of Yahweh, man, right? And as a daughter of the Most High, and of the and a child of a woman or a man that's of the Most High, man, right? You need to be a better version of you every day, man, and you need to constantly purge out those sins every day so you could be a better version of you unto the Most High, man. No matter if you're a kid, no matter if you're a woman, no matter if you're a husband, man. You need to get cleaner every day you live on this earth to be better with the Most High. Right, last verse. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you unto the midst of Jerusalem. Right, and in that midst of Jerusalem, the Lord is gonna make us new, man. He's gonna get all our impurities up out of us, right? Bring us unto Jerusalem. We'll be going through another wilderness, right? And become that great nation again, man. Forever, though. This time we'll rule forever, right? Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and finish out in the Gospels. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, and verse 10. And he called the multitude, Slakia, and he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand, right? Hearken. Instead of saying hearken, he said hear and understand, right? Same verbiage he used back in the day. Not that which goeth out of the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh, Salakia, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man. All right. Then came his disciples and said unto him, knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? Right? Because the Pharisees know the law. They know that the law say that what goes into the mouth defileth the man. It's talking about pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, different foods, right, of the sort, right? And the Pharisees heard that he had said this, and he said they were offended. Okay, but they're not understanding where Yahushua is taking them. Yahushua is like, walk with me, and you'll understand. You know, but don't get offended so fast and not understand what I'm trying to get to. All right. Verse 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father has not planted shall be rooted up. This is talking about people, right? It's talking about people, man. So when Paul said the same thing up in Acts, right? It was talking about this. It was talking about people, right? He didn't say a plant right here, right? He didn't say a plant. He said food, right? Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth the man. The topic is food, man. Food is meat, right? Every plant which my heavenly Father has not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone, right? Talking about the Pharisees. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. They not even seeing that I am who I am. So they blind, man. Let them alone. If the blind leadeth the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. We just read that in Leviticus about the blind, right? And the deaf, right? But if y'all don't want to listen, guess what? You'll be blind leaders of the blind, man. But if you listen to Yahushua, man, he'll open your eyes and you'll be able to lead the blind, right? Then Peter, Salakia, then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. Right? Break this down for us. I'm not fully understanding what you're saying because we know that we're not supposed to eat bad food. So I'm not really understanding what you're trying to say. Can you answer this question in a way that I will understand it? Right? And Yahushua said, are ye also yet without understanding? See, hey man, do you still not have the spirit? Are you still not walking by the spirit, man? Right? Because I said food, your mind's still on food. Right? Your mind is not on the fruit that a person bears, man. Your mind is not on people, right? Your mind is still on carnal things, on food, right? But let's get a better understanding, right? Are ye yet without understanding? Do ye not yet understand that whatsoever entereth at the mouth go into the belly, go into the mind, and is casted out unto the draught, right? And you just, one ear and out the other, right? But those things which proceed out of the mouth cometh forth from the heart, right? So these things that you say out of your mouth or come into actions, right? They come forth out of the deepest part of your mind, and they defile it to man. So some things you'll let go one ear and out the other, but the things that you put your heart to, the things that you do, right? The action that you put out, the words that you say out of your mouth, they defile you. And this is a cold cut for Acts, I believe Acts 10 and 10, right? This is a cold cut for that because he explained it simple, right? But it's still hard for some to understand. Verse 18, one more time. But those things which proceed out of the mouth cometh forth from the heart. They defileth a man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. All right. These are the things which defileth a man. But to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. And that's the context of what was being talked about here, man. The same context that was being talked about in Acts, right? It's about unwashed hands, man. It's not about unclean food, right? Because all the Israelites supposed to be eating clean food. And with that, right, I want to say Shabbat Shalom. The water for everybody that came into the chat, man, that participated in this Shabbat class, right? I know it's long and draw down. I kind of made this one a little bit short, and with that, I want to say Kwam Yashala. Shabbat Shalom.